Hello, hello, happy Friday. Welcome to our Friday Witchy Hangout. I'm Jess, if you're new here. Welcome back if you're not. I hope you guys had a really good week. So today we are doing a lovely, juicy reading on what are their hidden thoughts about you. And thoughts are mostly hidden unless we choose to verbalize them. So I understand that, like, yes, they're all hidden, but you know, what have they not necessarily communicated to you in one way or another? So what are their hidden thoughts that they are having about you? Hello. Somebody did suggest that we could start our space off here with a prayer or an intention. So I was thinking about that, and I always do, like, before I get on here, but if you guys want, we can go ahead and do that. I'll like go through kind of my little spiel, my little process here, and if we like it, then we can keep doing it. If not, then that's cool too. But okay, so let's just go ahead and set this intention. I'm going to use my little prayer wheel here. This says Om Mani Padme Hum. It is, I always link this to compassion, in Kuan Yin, the Bodhisattva of compassion. And I'm just going to spray a little rose water. Okay, so just go ahead and tune in. I like to put my hands over my heart. Do you know your heart has neurons in it? Anyways, so I just like to put my hands over my heart, take a deep breath, allow my energy to settle. And then I just say, Spirit, please allow the messages that come through me today, now and always, to come from the highest vibrational good of all beings. Please connect me. I'm thrown off. Spirit, please connect me with the energies, entities, beings, and energy streams that work on behalf of the highest vibrational good of all beings and the highest vibrational good of all beings only. Please allow the messages that come through me today, now, and always to come directly from that place, the highest vibrational good of all beings, and to flow directly towards that place, the highest vibrational good of all beings. Please help me to assist in that movement. Please allow the messages that come through me today, now, and always to be truthful, clear, compassionate, concise, and deeply resonant with those who are meant to receive these messages. Please assist the souls who are meant to find these messages for their highest vibrational good and for the highest vibrational good of the people around them and the highest vibrational good of all beings to find this message and to find this space. Please allow them to find this reading. Please allow them to find the pile or piles that's most resonant to their situation or what they need to hear for their own highest vibrational good, and to lock in some kind of truth or knowing that can shift their perspective or understanding to bring about the highest vibrational good. Please assist in keeping this space clear and protected. Please allow everything that unfolds through the reading today to be for the highest vibrational good of all beings. Please protect my energy. Please protect my space and every person who is coming in here to this space. Please protect the chat and allow everything to unfold for the highest vibrational good of all beings. So would it be. Amen. All right. So if you guys want to keep doing that on camera, just let me know. We can keep doing it. The timestamps are, of course, going to be in the description box if that's not something that you are really into. Okay, so with that being said, with that being done, let's go ahead and get into this reading. What are their hidden thoughts about you? So, that's soul. For those of you who are new here, I read with my cats, my little boy cat. So that's sun energy, philosophy, masculine energy, leadership, selfhood. We've been getting a lot of that energy actually on the channel here recently, like really dealing with your own sun energy. So we have pile number 1 here, which is the stone. We've got pile number 2, the queen. And we've got pile number 3, Gnosis. Okay, so I'm going to hold them up. So pile number 1 is on this side, pile number 2 in the middle, and pile number 3. Just go through that process. Take that deep breath, calm your energy, allow it to drop down, and then allow yourself to be pulled into the pile or piles that you feel most drawn to, keeping in mind that sometimes the way that your intuition is leading you to a pile is information all in and of itself, keeping in mind that everything that unfolds once we enter a sacred space of tapping into this energy is in some way, shape, or form usually relevant information. Okay, so pile number 1. I don't know why I want to do this. Okay, compassion. I feel like, okay, pile number 1, their hidden thoughts. I think this is actually a really compassionate person. If you felt like this person has been like cold or that they were unaffected or that they like kind of shut down, absolutely not. This person, I really am like getting the impression of like gray rocking. I think this situation calls for compassion, and unless you are willing to look at this situation through the lens of compassion, through the lens of empathy, really putting yourself in one another's shoes, then I feel like the truth of this situation will always elude you, is what I'm getting. So this is a call to deeper empathy, and it's a call towards like the heart space. And I'm actually seeing the heart space as like the cave. I just heard cave of wonders, but so in Christian like lore or whatever, like Jesus gets put in a cave, and then after 3 days they roll away the stone, and then like he is kind of reborn. And I'm seeing that like being this stone like rolling away, and there's kind of a resurrection or there's a rebirth, but it's like specifically of a heart chakra or like of the heart energy. And that could be like the heart-centered connective energy. Like once certain things click in for you, once you see this person and once you see this situation through the lens of empathy, the truth actually like kind of comes in. The truth, yeah, and forgiveness and compassion kind of comes into the situation, and it's like a renaissance of the heart space, the heart-centered energy, I think, in your own life, but also here for this person, because there's a strong like defensive energy that's coming off here from this person. And I think that's what their hidden thoughts are kind of centered around. It's like, it is like some kind of protection, or it's some kind of defensiveness here. But I actually think this is a very compassionate person, but I think you're also being encouraged to look at this person through the lens of compassion. I'm kind of getting like this weird background image here. So I don't know if this is what's went on here in this situation or if this has gone on behind the scenes that you don't know about. I'm getting that there's a lot you don't know about that's gone on with this person behind the scenes, about their mental space. I think this person like has a lot going on that they're dealing with, but I'm seeing like this, it's like a very stormy, like overcast night. And I'm seeing like basically what looks to me like an old dilapidated, haunted kind of looking house. Like the windows are knocked out. The curtains are blowing like eerily in the wind. Nobody lives there. All the lights are off. And it basically looks like nighttime, but also a storm. And like the wind is whipping through. Like I'm seeing that. And then I'm seeing, I think this is like, from my perspective, this is you, but again, flip the energies, like throw a stone, like through a window, but the window is already like dilapidated, but it breaks like the glass through the window and just lands. And I'm just seeing this person kind of like watch that go on. But it's like, I would have had to fix like, this is basically a tear down house like that I'm seeing, you know, it's like I would have had to fix that window anyways, or I'm just going to tear the whole house down. Like, why did you do that? You know, it's something here like that. Like, and so I think something went on here that was like maybe like a cry for help or a call for attention, or there was like an emotional, again, like maybe defensiveness on your side. Somebody here was defensive in a way that was offensive. Like they were offensive, maybe to this person. Maybe that's why this person shut down. Again, flip the energies if you need to. But I am seeing the 9 of Wands, the wounded warrior, that defensive energy for both of you. There's like some kind of weird mirroring energy that's like going on here. But I do think that there was somebody who was like maligned. I kind of feel like it was this person. Or there was something like not put into context, not well understood, and not investigated. And instead it was just impulsively acted upon. But whoever acted upon that and took some kind of like offensive action to harm someone else here, they wanted attention. They wanted to maybe start a conversation, but they didn't want to basically like have a conversation in a direct way, in a healthy way about what needs to have the conversation about. Instead, you know, it's kind of young energy or like just emotional overload kind of energy. And so this person, while they might understand that, again, compassion, I'm getting that compassion energy, while this person might have some level of understanding about that there was some kind of defensive move, that there was, you know, they basically feel like they didn't do anything wrong and they didn't do anything to deserve that. And this person's already been through a lot. It's kind of like what I'm getting. And because of that house energy, that to me harkens to like the 4th house, which is one of the most hidden private houses. So like in our astrology chart is what I'm talking about. But so this could have to do with like a hidden aspect of life. This person could have something going on. Again, there's a lot of mirroring energy going on here, but this person could have something going on with their living space. Or this is like with their family. This is like their family of origin, but they might have had to move out like to their own living space, or I don't know, something here. But it's really like kicking when somebody was down is what I'm getting. Like just, yeah, not being compassionate. There's a karmic lesson here maybe around compassion, around unblocking the heart space to kind of like lead you forward. And I just want to remind you that the body is an integrated system. The human being is an integrated system. So when I'm telling you that the heart should lead you forward, I'm not talking about being a bleeding heart and not taking your brain with you and not taking your ability to, you know, maneuver like your skill sets with you. I'm not talking about just go forth, like just only heart. If God wanted you to be only heart, he would have made you just only heart. You know, you're an integrated system, but that heart is like kind of the battery pack. It's the center for a reason is what I'm just hearing. It's a center for a reason. And I feel like your heart was meant to lead you through this. So, yeah, like I'm just getting, yeah. And then I just heard the sword and the stone. So this person, I don't know how you're relating to this person in your mind, but I do feel like they have King Arthur energy. So if you're thinking of this person as like a Lancelot, or if you're thinking of this person as even like a Guinevere or something, or the witchy poo, Morgana, this person, regardless of their gender, regardless of how they look, they are kind of King Arthur in the Knights of the Round Table. Like this is kind of an egalitarian person. This is a person who is meant to unpack some kind of truth here. And again, it feels like there's a weird mirroring that I'm doing a bad job of explaining, but it's like one of you, and I think this is you from the perspective that I'm being given. But again, flip the energies. Somebody here is meant to roll this stone away from their heart space in order to guide them forward. Like it's time now. Somebody here is a very safe person. And if you don't lead with your heart, you're going to mess things up with them because there's an old pattern that like needs to come up to be healed. That's why you're basically being brought together with this person. And I think it's to like that home energy. It's like to heal, hearth and home. I'm hearing hearth and home. So it's like to maybe live with this person or assist them in some way. There's like a coming together here, but somebody is being asked, their bravery, their fortitude is being asked to like roll that away, while somebody else is actually needing to realize that they need to be more defensive. They can't just be a bleeding heart. They can't just be ever forgiving and ever compassionate, especially when it's not earned, it's not deserved. When somebody keeps being a doormat, they could potentially they need to realize that they've been maybe enabling people or like enabling some really bad behaviors, or that they just need to stand up for themselves. And that's what's going to clear up their problems. And I feel like both of you are able to help each other. Like one of you is out of balance in one way, the other one's out of balance in the other way, and you can kind of help each other kind of like meet in the middle. But again, that 9 of Wands, that wounded warrior energy, that defensive energy. So again, this person's thoughts are like centered around defensiveness. Someone is meant to be coming out of that energy, because every single signal that they are getting from this person is, it's okay, it's safe, I'm not going to hurt you. And you'll realize there could have been meddling going on here in this situation, maybe by somebody's family, or by a Cancer energy, or something to do with that 4th house, or something here. Maybe somebody who has like a dilapidated home environment. I don't know. There could have been meddling, but you'll realize that the meddling in the situation and the signals that you weren't safe, they were never coming from this beautiful, nice person. They were coming from the meddling, right? So of like other people, where this other person who actually needs to be more defensive, if somebody here is throwing a stone through their window and they're like, they know that it was like acting out. They know that it was like some kind of weird defensiveness. I think this person might have been up in their head about it. Like, why would you do that? But they don't need to know why you did that. They need to protect themselves. So yeah, there's some kind of level of defensiveness going on. There's some kind of like gray rocking. And I kind of feel like this person, because I feel like we're asking about the person who is just of their personality more open, more compassionate, just naturally. But then that gets them taken advantage of. But again, flip the energies. But I'm just getting that this they are shutting themselves down in some capacity. Like they shut their thoughts off. Like, okay, well, that person wasn't who I thought that they were, so I need to stop thinking about them. Or clearly I got the wrong impression of them, so I need to stop thinking about them in a positive light, because that's not who they really are, because they showed me who they really are when they were throwing a rock through my window, you know? And if this other person, whoever threw the rock, is thinking those things, it's diluted, and they should have their guard up to people, not this beautiful person, you know? Yeah, so there is... And we've got this triangle here. So there could have been some kind of triangulation. Yeah, I'm getting that this person maybe was up in their head about this at one time, because they were getting one impression and then all of a sudden they got a different impression. And they didn't do anything to deserve that, but there could have been meddling going on behind the scenes. So this was very confusing for someone. And then they were just like, I don't want involved. Like, I know something's going on. And then they just like shut the door. That's what they're thinking. Again, it's like a strong defensive stance, but they could be thinking about the triangulation, but that's like revealing to them, they're not thinking like, oh, I'm so jealous of this person. They're thinking like, I didn't have this called. I didn't have this in my hand, you know, kind of a thing. But I also feel like this person is protecting something here. Like, and it could be in their home environment or like a new beginning or something. I'm hearing squaring the circle. This person's like, yeah, they're piecing a lot together. This person hides themselves away a lot, but I think that's kind of divine. Yeah. And I want to do this. Like, again, I feel like this person needs a lot of love and they need a lot of compassion. This is a person, it's like the energies are exactly like flipped here, where it's like somebody here, I'm picturing like bait dog energy. Somebody here who is just like beautiful and like la-di-da. And then it's like sick 'em. And this person's like, oh my God. And then like just, you know, it's like, oh, like, and they absolutely do not deserve that. And then somebody else here is that needs to be more like kept, like beware, keep out, like is meddling. And then somebody else here is like falling for it. But really it's like the people who need to get checked in this situation are like free roaming and like this isn't good. Yeah. Okay. I think you're looking at this person like the Queen of Cups or the King of Cups, as I almost said. There's a lot of love here, but then somebody had to like turn away. So let me just see like what are this person's hidden thoughts? What are this person's hidden thoughts? What are this person's hidden thoughts? Oh my gosh, they're really hidden. Like they're thinking about how they need to keep secret about some kind of truth that they may know. Because they might think that somebody might try to come back around with a new beginning and act like everything's fine here with the sun, or like offer some kind of clarity without offering like the truth. Yeah, this person's protecting something here. They're protecting something here. And I think this person's really angling for a new beginning, but it feels like in their life, what are this person's hidden thoughts? They feel like they closed out a cycle, a big one. Yeah, this person, oh my gosh, this person is up in their head. They got treated very bad and they didn't do anything wrong. And then like this person, it made them feel, and it was meant to. Somebody designed this to make this person feel anxious, to make this person feel not good enough, to make this person on the defensive. Somebody did that because this person is actually the sun. This person went through a dark night of the soul with that moon energy, and that's the rolling away. Okay, so with this person, the rolling away of the stone is the rolling away of the moon energy. Like this person was going through a dark night of the soul, and they were their energy was like starting to promote. They were starting to, yeah, and then something happened, and it put this person on the defense, and it made them feel really, really anxious. And the divine did have a hand in this, okay, because there was some kind of snake-like energy. Yes, there's somebody here. This person, this could have been a third party. Acted like they were sad. They were very strategic here with some kind of emotional energy, with some kind of sexual energy, but it doesn't feel like towards this person. But it does feel like it was meant to ricochet right back at this person. I just saw somebody get like popped in the mouth. Somebody wanted to shock this person here and hurt them. And it could have been two people that ganged up on, it could have been a group of people, but it could have been like two people that ganged up on this person. And they didn't deserve it. This is somebody who did not deserve it. In the slightest, this person didn't deserve any bad things to happen to them. Not realizing she was, yeah, and down here from the ground, I see who you are. That's what I'm getting. Like this person got an eyeful of exactly who like at least two people were in this situation, because they're unhealed. Like at the end of the day, like these people that caused this harm, they're unhealed. And we can, again, with the compassion, okay, this person is compassionate to a fault is what I want to say, because this person really needs, if other people around them are not going to treat them like the forget like, you know, the holy being that they are, like just a person trying to make their way. Like if other people aren't going to treat this person with compassion, they need to see that clearly. They need to have the utmost of compassion for themselves. If somebody was trying to fuck my shit up and I didn't deserve it, and I'm not going to I'm not going to take on these people's shame that they're trying to displace into the world, and that they're not clean. Somebody here is not cleaning up their own corruption, and it's two people. Okay. Yeah, this person really, really wants a new beginning. They're really focused on their boundaries. Like, that's just what I'm getting. So this person, I think they really try to steer clear of this because it's not something that they want to, like, really get caught up in, like, thinking about. Because they're just kind of like, I was wrong about that person, or I was wrong about that situation. And I think, like, there's an incredible sense of vulnerability of, like, oh, my God, I was vulnerable with that person. Or I thought that person was my friend. Or I almost, like, let my guard down around this person. It's like there's something here of, like, that. It's, like, kind of like a shock of how wrong they were about someone. And so then all they think about, this is like hypervigilance. That's what I'm trying to describe. It's hypervigilance. They're just hypervigilant about protecting their boundaries and not giving anything away, because somebody here has proven that you can't trust them as far as you can throw them. Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And even if like this person expects that somebody here is a liar and that somebody here might try to come back crying to get what they want out of this person. But this is a lover by nature. Like this person just has a lot of love, but somebody else here is a manipulator by nature, or they allow themselves to believe the word of, like, somebody here might not be very honest, and then they believed the words of somebody who was deeply dishonest, like in order to, that's what I'm talking about. You got to clean up your own corruption kind of a thing. Somebody here is like, again, Knight of Wands, like trying to play some kind of games on this person. And this person kind of realizes that they're vulnerable. Their emotional nature is what makes them, like, I hate to say it, but like prey or like vulnerable in some way. And they don't want to change their vulnerability. They don't want to change. This is a person who sees compassion as a strength. They see empathy as a strength. For this person to not be emotional and to not be empathetic is not an option. But it's like they know that they need to not be around certain people. And I don't know where you're at in this, because for some of you, it's like you might have been a bystander. For some of you, might have been like this third party. You could have been an innocent bystander, and you didn't really exactly realize that this person was kind of being targeted by two people that feel like they don't. These two people, there's some sense of a partnership here, but I don't think they're partners. It could be sexual, but I'm not getting. It's like the enemy of my enemy is my friend. But then again, like it's just deeply unhealed is what I want to say. Not that it's an excuse, because something here really shouldn't have happened. Yeah, for a lot of you, like there's a lot of times there's a pile that represents like your energy, and I am wondering for a lot of you if this is in it. Yeah, fears, illusions. Yeah, so there's a lot of, okay, so this person was like kind of up in their head. They were up in their head about like fears and illusions. Like, okay, I think it really rocked him. I think it really scared the shit out of this person, actually. Like something that went on here, like the level of lying, or how, how people can be. We all get a face full of that at some point in life, of like kind of how low some people will go. Heather, thank you so much for the super chat. And I think like something about this group or this situation like gave this person a face full of like how people can be, So they got up in their head about that, and then they were like, holy cow. They cut off certain conversations. They cut off certain like relationships. They blocked themselves off at the heart space. So now there's a karmic thing. Somebody's going around here making sure that people around them, the experience that they have is that people are like, they're not better for knowing these people. They're actually worse. They learn from these people that they have to have like their guard up. Somebody here does that. And so they have a karmic lesson to stop doing that. They might have actually really loved this person, cared about this person, wanted a relationship, wanted a conversation, but then didn't know how to act, some kind of thing. So this person is now moving on from this, and they're finding like maybe spirituality. This, temperance, this is Sagittarius energy, but I feel like they're finding their own temperance. This person is deeply within. They're not trying to, this person, it brought on a dark night of the soul. I feel like this person just came out of a dark night of the soul though. That's fucked up. Like, because I feel like this person just came out of a dark night of the soul. Their energy was starting to promote, and then somebody was like, get back in there. You're not safe. Like, I'm laughing to like, because I don't want to cry. Like, this is absolutely obvious, like awful. Like, I don't feel like this is okay at all. And humor is a resiliency. This person actually might be very humorous, and they do it to kind of like deflect, but this person is dealing with their own stuff. They just don't trust anyone else to deal with it. So you might feel frustrated that this person's not opening up or having the conversation that you want them to have with you, but it's because the trust is gone, and you can't have a conversation with somebody you don't trust. You can't open up and be truthful and honest and vulnerable with somebody that you don't trust. But I feel like these kind of narcissistic people who were very selfish or like very reactionary or trying to put this person in some kind of mode, they don't understand that, and they actually might be mad at this person, like, oh well, she's just, or he's just, blocked off or like whatever, when they put them there and they did it on purpose. Like, these people kind of know that they did this on purpose, even if it wasn't talked about between the two of them, because they both could have been at this person but for different reasons and used each other in that way. Like, yeah. So, but this person, the good news is this person's healing from this. The good news is I do think this person's cutting these people off. The good news is that this person is like not entertaining these people for relationships, whatever kind of relationship, for conversations, whatever kind of conversations. This person's they are going to protect themselves so that they can heal their heart, so that the next time they start to come out of their shell, out of that dark night of the soul, and their energy starts to promote again, I really do feel like this person's going to be in a better place. And I do think, again, remember I said like the hand of God is in this. There's some aspect of this where, I feel like this person might have been being saved from like a worse fate down the line. Like if these people hadn't shown their toxicity earlier, like they did, so this person could kind of roll on to like a different place, and put their roots down. Yeah, I'm seeing a seed that needs to put their roots down, and Spirit was like, no, don't put it down there. Move it on down the road, right? And there's something here about friends where like, I think there was somebody here that this person was kind of admiring of this. It feels like of the same gender, and they were very inspired by this person, and they were like, I want that. And it was like inspiring or motivating them in some way to move away from something difficult and to like level up here in some kind of major way. Juwan, thank you so much for the super chat. Move it to a different country. Yeah, like however far you feel like you need to move, I just feel like, yeah, I'm hearing that rolling stone, and I'm hearing moss doesn't grow on a rolling stone. So again, like I feel like there was some kind of moss that it's gunk. Like some people were trying to put their gunk on this person, and I really think that it was because they wanted to try to control them or mess with their energy. It makes them feel powerful or something. I don't know. But then when Spirit is moving this person onwards, all that moss is like kind of coming off. So this is healing, even though it's like healing by way of going through some really tough stuff is like what I'm getting. Yeah, this person, somebody here like wanted a partnership with this person, but was intimidated by them, basically is what I'm getting. Yeah, and also this is building this person's intuition so that they can move forward. And I do feel like this person's gonna move forward at speed, and I do feel like there's some kind of partnership that's coming in here. So again, this person's basically, in terms of their hidden thoughts, they're very defensive. They know that they were not treated in a correct way. Probably for the first time in this person's life, they're not blaming themselves. This is definitely a person who would like blame themselves. Like they would get treated badly and then they would think like, what did I do wrong? Or why did I deserve that? Instead of being like, what a dick. Like, you know, that's not their, but they're starting to be encouraged to kind of call that spade a spade sort of a thing. So they're thinking about that. They're thinking about like a defensive-ness. Anytime they kind of feel like, oh, maybe it wasn't that bad, they remind themselves of just how bad it was and what they felt like, so that they're their own protector in this situation. Because this person has to look out for their own best interest, because ain't nobody else going to do it. And I feel like that's what this person realized, that there are certain people just didn't have their best interests at heart. Not even that they were exalting this person's needs over their own. Nobody should be like expected to do that. But just even that this person wasn't viewed almost like as human, like as somebody with a beating heart, as somebody with like emotions, and, you know, like just treated badly. And they're thinking about moving on, and they're deeply spiritual. And I really feel like this ignited something here in this person spiritually. But I think this, like I said, this is a person who's turned on at the heart space, but needs to roll that stone in front of it. And I actually think this is igniting the lower chakras. I don't necessarily think that's like in a sexual way. It's not in a sexual way, but it feels like, again, security. Like this person, it got this person focused on the lower chakras somehow, because this person's lit up in the upper chakras. They're very spiritual, but it's like it really grounded them. Yeah, that's like something here. It's like lead balloon. Like it really grounded this person. Like life is not a fairy tale, that kind of energy. And they turned on that sacral chakra of like, you know, and all the lower chakras, like basically from the solar plexus chakra down. Like to be basically to do things on their own. So this person is going through like, you know, I almost hate to call it a dark night of the soul. I feel like this person got out of a dark night of the soul, and that feels like family of origin or something to do with home, like that fourth house energy that we were talking about. They did get out of a genuine dark night of the soul, but this new moment in time. It's going to feel like shocking or like, again, like fears, illusions, depression, but it's not really dark night of the soul kind of flavor, but it is like this person sort of activating certain chakras, and their journey is just incredibly internal right now. And their focus really is on themselves. And this is kind of reminding me of that Selena Gomez song, Lose You to Love Me, because I feel like they got involved with people here that they had a lot of love for, because this person is a lover. Like they'll find something to love about you, you know, and they will, I'm hearing you treat others the way that you want to be treated. Like this person kind of, I'm hearing be excellent to each other. Like this person has a high tier of just, they expect themselves to behave. And they have the ability to do that, right? Just because it's who they want to be in the world. They don't ask themselves if you deserve it or don't deserve it. They just think everybody should be treated with a certain baseline standard of respect and decency. But this person is like, at what point do I need to make sure that that's happening to me? Because clearly other people don't feel that way, you know? So yeah, they're learning about like defenses. I actually think this person's going to grow something later on in their life, and they have to learn how to protect it. Legal matters. And this like flipped upside down. Look, sweet talk. Legal matters. Look, I'm just getting a strong justice energy here. It was like flipped up. So some kind of sweet talk. The proof is in the pudding. I'm hearing put up or shut up. Like, yeah, somebody was doing a lot of sweet talking, but then really didn't amount to much. Divorce, property, criminal, paternity, child support, traffic ticket. There could have been legal matters here, but it was turned on its head. I feel like justice wasn't served here in this situation. Drinking, toxic lifestyle, married, backstab. Somebody could have been trying to backstab this person. Sweet talk this person. Schmoozing. I just feel like this person has had to learn that what glitters isn't always gold. Something here like that. Yeah, they're fed up. Karmic ties. So this person is making progress. It just sucks that they have to go through it this way. And then I just looked down and saw Chiron. This is like the wounded warrior. So this person's the wounded warrior, but Chiron, the wounded, wounded warrior, that's what I've been saying the whole time. But this is like the wounded healer. So this wounded this person in a way that they're going to be able to heal others. So it shouldn't have gone down this way. Like karmically speaking, the people who did this to this person should have cleaned up their act. They should have been better. That's how the divine would have preferred this to go. It didn't. The divine wastes nothing. And that's what's gotten this person to be like the wounded healer. But it is like, because this person has been deeply wounded in such a way, and it is in their heart space. Like there's just no which way about it. Like this person has been like deeply betrayed. They've been just treated like garbage, you know, or just treated like they weren't precious, or like that they weren't valuable or something. But it's people who are low self-esteem. Like they don't have any self-esteem, so they have to hurt other people. They don't have to hurt other people. They just do. They choose to, right? This is karma. They choose to instead of healing. So this person is a healer, basically. 7th house relating, 6th house craft. This is an excellent person to be in a relationship with. I really think it's a strong blessing. I think that, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm not even going to try to say your name, but thank you so much. Like, this is an excellent person to be in a relationship with. They have excellent routines. This is somebody who helps out around the house. They do their part. They have like excellent conversation. This person, I'm hearing witchcraft. They might actually have some kind of talent in the craft that they will discover this at some point because it's a part of like their healer abilities and their healing journey. But this is a great person to just like live your life with, because the 6th house is like your routines, your everyday life, your skill sets, right? But the 7th house is like relationship. This is somebody who's great to be in that kind of dynamic with, whether it is like in whatever way, like whether you work with this person consistently, whether you are in a romantic relationship with this person, you actually get to live like with this person. This is somebody who is just excellent, and there's a lot of healing that goes on from being. There was an opportunity. That's what I'm getting. I think somebody here had an opportunity with this person, and then there was some kind of innovative, somebody here came in from like left field with some kind of passion, energy, and this person, maybe they were promised some kind of assets or like position or something, but it was the devil's cup, whatever came in here. And so again, that's really what I'm getting. So basically this person's hidden thoughts center around defensiveness. Yeah. And like, this is a deeply intuitive person as well. Like, I am getting strong Queen of Pentacles. This person might have Shavana in their chart. This person also okay, so like, again, if this is a love relationship, part of their hidden thoughts is like, okay, maybe they thought this was their person, like somebody here. I can't tell where you're at, because there's potentially a group of somebody got like bullied here by at least 2 people, or like there's something here like that. And they're like, okay, well, I guess I don't know who my person is. I was thinking that I was going to partner up here with this person, but now I'm feeling defensive and I'm feeling sad, and I had to make a decision to cut this person off. Something here wasn't fair, and nobody made it right. You can mess up, you can make it right. That's not what occurred here. So this person's thinking, I need a new beginning if I'm going to promote my energy, but I have no idea who it is that I'm supposed to be with. And for some of these people, they're like, okay, well, because maybe a partnership, or this could have been a job or something. Something here could have been tied to location. Like, oh, I thought I was going to be here for the long haul, but now everything's kind of in flux, and I feel like I have to defend myself from a lot of people here. So now it's in flux. Like, I don't know where I'm going to be or what field I'm going to be in. It threw everything kind of up into flux here for this person. Thank you, Rachel, for the super chat. Thank you, Dominique, for the super chat. Oh, much love from Switzerland. I love knowing where people are from, because we're all just everywhere, sprinkled. Like, our little lights are on like all over the globe right now. Like, that's what I love to think about. So yeah, this person, and again, I'm hearing moss doesn't grow on a rolling stone. This person has some kind of creative talent, or like creative ability, like the Rolling Stones. Like, that's what I'm hearing, like the Rolling Stones, or like Rolling Stone magazine. So for some of these people, it's like maybe they are like anything to do with the magazine. I don't know, like the stuff that goes into, like, maybe they're a photographer, maybe they're a writer, maybe they're an editor, maybe they do something like very creative. Maybe they're a musician. Maybe they are like, I don't know. I just feel, or maybe they're seen, or they will be seen. Yeah. It's just, I'm hearing that song by Natasha Bedingfield, The Rest is Still Unwritten. The rest is still unwritten. Oh my gosh, Tasha, thank you so much. And Tarang, thank you so much. Yay. Love from Chicago. Yeah. So if this is you, because I think for a lot of you, this is you, and you're in a position where like somebody just broke your heart, or you kind of realize that you were getting bullied, I feel like this is the group where it would have been hard for you to recognize that that's what was going on, because I think you just treat people like really nice, and you're like, what? Why are you bullying me? Like, why is this how you choose to go about your business? And it made you like all of a sudden defensive. Like, it just kind of threw you into this like vortex, this like nexus on a spiritual level where you have different paths opening up to you. Because somebody here who was supposed to make right, like there was a path that you were kind of on, and somebody was supposed to like make right and clear up their karma. And I think there's more than one person involved here. That did not occur, but you're not held back by other people like falling short. So you're still going to be fine. Like, you're doing everything that you need to do. You're not treating people like that. Like, other paths are going to open up for you. Cosmic Coven. Cosmic Coven. You got soul fam, babe. You got soul fam, babe, all over the world. Like, what were you just talking about? All over the world, where you want to go. Yeah. And I'm hearing like other people who felt left out in the cold, but they're going to be your sanctuary. You might think that like someplace you're going to move, like, oh, there's not like opportunities or something, or maybe it doesn't align with like your religion, or like it's non-traditional in some way. Something here could seem non-traditional and you're like, oh, that's not how I saw my life panning out, or I don't understand what the opportunities are going down this route because my whole life I plan to go down this one other route. But it's going to be sanctuary for you, baby. Yeah. Okay. Moving forward. Yeah, I'm hearing like goodbye. I just saw the 6 of Swords and the Judgment card. So it's like, you were like, bye. And the 6 of Swords, she's like captain of her ship. So you're the captain of your ship. You've called judgment here on this situation. Or this is your person. Again, flip the energies. Yeah. And so right now I think that you have a decision. And again, I'm hearing the rest is still unwritten. So like, just, I don't know. The wind is in your sails right now and it could seem overwhelming. Some of you could be having financial difficulties, but it's just because you're still in that decision-making mode. And also like you're feeling like you're more lost than you actually are. It's just like once you kind of decide which road you want to go down, your path really does become clear. Things become more solid. You do know what to do. You do have opportunities opening up. It's just right now I think you're being asked to honor this decision-making space. Like, where am I going to go? Who am I going to team up with? Like that kind of a thing. So Otter and Owl, thank you so much for the super chat. Okay, so I guess I will let me just get some index cards. I was going to get some message cards. Maybe I'll pull a couple of those and then we'll move on to pile number 2. You're so different from me. I'm hearing you're so different than the way I thought you would be. So again, like going back from this person's perspective, this defensive person. Yeah, look, Can We Talk came out like flipped upside down. Like they don't want to talk about it. I'm too scared. Yeah, somebody here might be trying to figure out like, okay, I'm just shedding all of a sudden right now too. So this is reminding me, my husband was telling me about, I think it was like a Reddit post, and it was something where they were asking guys, they were like, what is like the thing that surprised you most when you first started living with a woman? And they're like, they shed like so much. So maybe somebody here could be moving in with like a woman, even if you are a woman, like you could be moving in with another woman, or I don't know. Yeah. This is crazy because I feel like somebody here really like okay, I'm getting confused because I think for a lot of you this is your own energy, but just going back to like if this was your person, right? Like either you or somebody here really loves this person. Like, how do I contact you? I get butterflies in my stomach when I know I'll see you. I couldn't see your worth, so make that make sense. Yeah, look, and then return to sender, and they're getting like some kind of hefty like taking of accountability. So this Leah, thank you so much for the super chat. Whoever this was that couldn't see somebody's worth and, you know, whatever. I struggle with this message because to me, I was raised in a type of way where it's like there is a baseline of respect that you give every single human being. You don't go around causing problems from other people. I really do not get it when somebody thinks it's appropriate to go around fucking with other humans. Like, why? Like, what? You have to eat calories to turn them into energy, to talk to people, to do things. Why are you going to waste that energy doing fucked up stuff? Like, I really don't get it. But yeah, I couldn't see your worth. So I think they're going to be in a situation where opportunities are close to them. They're going to be drawn to karmic partners that do not see their worth. I think somebody here is like getting their karma. I know things can't go back to the way they were. And this is reminding me of in the other reading where I was seeing Shake and Bake from Talladega Nights, Ricky Bobby and Cal Naughton. And they always did Shake and Bake and they were best friends. But then so much water went on under the bridge. And Cal was like, Shake and Bake. And Ricky Bobby was like, no, never again. So I just feel like the genie can't go back in the bottle. Somebody here is feeling like they want to go back. They wish they would have done things differently. We could do great things. Don't we need to talk about this? And somebody else here is like, look, I need to protect myself. Somebody else here is like, no, right? Things can't go back to the way that they were. I know too much. I've seen too much. What could you possibly say that would override the way that you have chosen willingly to behave? And for some of these people, it's like, it's one thing to make a mistake. It's another thing to not apologize. And I don't know how long this would have gone on, but then, you know, what has to go on for this person to apologize? Like, there's something here. There's questions. Look, pick me energy. Yeah. So, all right, messages, and then we'll move on. I've liked you for a really long time. Oh. If I can't have you, nobody can. You hurt my feelings, not now. That feels like that possessive person. This person who's like blaming this person. My intentions can be selfish sometimes. And then at the bottom of the deck, it says, you're the reason I keep going. And I literally heard that it was like this person, this like nice person that we've been talking about. It's like, you're the reason I keep running. Like, you know, yeah, sorry for the way I handled things. I'm very attracted to you. I'm done with this pile. That was pile number one. Okay, we're just gonna sprinkle this around. So there's literally no hope. LOL. Yeah. Okay, pile two. 7 years, no apology. Wow. 4 years, no apology. No shaking and baking. Okay, moving on from that. What are this person's hidden thoughts about you? Okay. What are this person's hidden thoughts about you? Let me pull some cards. New energy. Oh, they're interested. They're curious. This is a person who's very interested and very curious about you here. They daydream a lot about this. Something here is not like entirely grounded. And that could be because maybe you just met this person or... Oh, whoa, but you really rocked him. Like, okay, whoa. Somebody here might want to apologize. Oh, okay. But this is new energy, okay? We have the Tower and the Star. So somebody here, they could have seen something. Wish fulfillment. Oh my gosh. Like, you're this person's wish fulfillment. But there's something about you that's different. So if this is a person from your past, because for some of you, I think it is, then it's like something here. I'm wondering if this is like continuing energy from pile number one. So I'm struggling to kind of get into this because I know for some of you it won't. So you could have just met this person and there could have been like some kind of message, but then all of a sudden this person like added you on like your socials and this person like saw that you're like basically the queen. You are everything to this person. Like you are like with the moon energy here, it's like you're soft, and I'm going to say it, supple. Remember when I used to get that word supple all the time? We got it again. So this person thinks like you're flexible in some kind of way. Okay, there's a lot of sexual energy here because I'm like only getting innuendo when I'm saying these perfectly normal words. So, yeah, like, but there is like this moon energy, right? So, it could be like that this person, something here about your home, and your home could be different. So some of you, like maybe you moved, or like, yeah, because for some of you, this is a past energy, and it's like nostalgia, and somebody added you online, and then they saw you're different than you used to be, and they saw everything that you are, and all of a sudden they realize that you're their wish fulfillment. But they also realize that you got out of something here. This is somebody with like a dream, because way down deep inside, I got a dream. And they realize that something here put them at a distance to you, or put you at a distance. There's something about you being different, being in Aquarian energy. Also, this person probably really likes your legs. Okay, you're so opposite of this person, because this person is like really not feeling like their hidden thoughts are that they feel like you're a queen. Okay, they feel like you are badao. Like that's really the energy here. Like you're strong, you're a mystery, you are nobody's fool, you're very sexual, you're very in control of your own energy. There's a part of you that's like sweet and fun, and maybe you like to like make little jokes, or like you're very playful. I'm also getting like a nice like smell. It's kind of almost coming through like a citrus. Like not necessarily that it's citrus, but it's like a light uplifting smell. And that could be like, even, if you have certain flowers or something like around your home, but, yeah. And they feel like your dreams are coming true in some way. Like maybe you got your big break. For some of you, they're feeling like you got your big break in some way, but this person feels like they're locked out of your life. They feel like things are boring for them. Like it's just the same old, and they feel like they want to travel. They want to travel to you. They want to shake up their life. Like this is just a person, I think, who is comparing their life to your life, and they feel like their life isn't like measuring up. This person's like massively in their head. And this is a reading all about what their hidden thoughts are. Well, this person has a lot of hidden thoughts. They also feel like you're a mystery. This person wants to know more about like your home life, about your emotions, about your feelings, about your mom. For some of you, if this is a person from your past, like your deep past, this person might know your mom, and they might just want to know about your mom, how she's doing. They're just curious. They want to know about you. Yeah, this is a person you moved away from, I think. Or you moved away from a location. So either you moved away from this person, or this is a person that exists in the place that you moved to, and they're very curious about where you come from and like what makes a person like you. They've never met a person like you. Whoever this is, it's like they've never met a person like you. They've never seen someone with a life trajectory like yours. They don't know what to do with it. So they're like very curious. This is also a person who might ask you inappropriate questions, like things they have no right to know, but they like lose sight of that because they're so enamored with you and they find you so interesting and they don't understand you. Like not at all. They don't know. It's like when this person's up in their mind, like kind of fantasizing about you, they don't even know how to fill in the blanks almost, because like they've never met a person who, you're very self-sovereign is what I want to say. Like you're the type of person where like you're loving, but you're also going to chart your own course. If it doesn't suit you, you're going to say something, or you're just going to choose like a different path. You're not going to be like peer pressured into something. So for some of you, this is somebody that like you just met, but you're from a different place. So you could have been traveling for work for some of you. For some of you, it's like you were trying to outrun something. For some of you, it's like a continuation from pile number one. So again, it's like this past person that I'm sort of like describing here. But there's another person here. Like even if you feel like this is a past person, there's another person here who's like very up in their head about you. They're very intrigued by you. And they have nothing but love for you. I'm hearing they have nothing but love for you. They're very intrigued. Like I feel like you don't have this like history with this new person. Let's see. What are their thoughts? I have no idea who this person is. They see me clearly though. Yeah, I would say. And for some of you, this person hasn't even added you. I just heard on Instagram. Do you add people on Instagram? Yeah. They haven't added you yet, but they just look at your pictures. And maybe they can only even see like a few pictures, but they want to see the other pictures. This person's really curious about your home or like where you're from. For some of you, it's like a hometown. Yeah. They see you as somebody who is, okay, this past person, I've got to like distinguish between the two. This past person's like all up in their head. They're sad about the way they treated you. We've already discussed that. But this other person, they might see that you have a tinge of melancholy. Even if you think you're hiding it well, like I think this person, again, like they can kind of see you clearly. They think that you have a tinge of melancholy. They see you though in a way that you don't see yourself. Because see this like beautiful Ace of Cups back here. It's like all rainbowy. Like that's how this person sees you. So I think you might be focused on a loss because maybe you, that's what put you on the map for this person is like you got moved or like something here. So you were focused on a loss, but this person sees you very clearly and is trying to manifest something with you. I think this new person, they're trying to grow something here. They could have had a tower moment. This person could also in some way be away from their home or what feels stable for them. Maybe for some of them, they lost their job. But they're trying to use that as a wish fulfillment. They're trying to like build something maybe on their own. Yeah. Something here about competition. So maybe this could have been like a layoff or something, or they're in a very competitive field. So they're connecting with their heart space more. And I feel like that's what led them to you. So this is a heart-centered connection. And remember what I was talking about the boulder being like rolled away for like, there's some kind of karmic lesson here about that heart space boulder rolling in front of, but then at the right times, but then also rolling away. So for some of you, you were in a situation where you had to roll that boulder in front of your heart in your hometown or in your old work environment or with whoever the fuck was over here. And then with this person, it's a heart-centered connection and it's actually okay for you to like open up your heart. It's like actually your hearts that led you to each other. Does that make sense? I hope this makes sense. Okay. So what else are they thinking? Okay. They might like your nails for some of you, like your nail polish. There's like red on somebody's fingernail. So I don't know if you painted your nails red or they like when you wear red on your nails or they maybe like seeing you in red. They like seeing you in your power. This person does. Yeah. They're waiting for you to notice them or maybe they're waiting to get their life a little bit more together before they're reaching out. Yeah. This person, okay, so both of these people don't feel like they're measuring up to your energy. I don't think you would necessarily feel that way, but they're up in their head about it. So this new person, they have something here that they're trying to sort out before like they're opening up to you, but they really, really want to. So tell me more about like what they're thinking about pile number 2. Oh, yeah, I'm hearing she's so high above me. She's so lovely. Yeah, Cleopatra, Joan of Arc, Aphrodite. Like this person, yeah, they just see you as like Queen of Pentacles. You're in your Queen of Pentacles era is just what I heard. Stable. You got it all going on. Like I just heard you really are like the total package here for this person. And they're really trying to stand out for you. This is somebody who thinks that they can have it all with you. They really think that they can have it all. And they want to show up. They want to show you that they've built like on their own. But right now they're not feeling that way. And you know how sometimes we have a different perspective of ourselves than of the way that other people see us. I feel like for this new person, especially, like that's the case because they're actually very skillful. They're very talented, but they could just be in a bind is what I'm getting. And it could have been because somebody was very strategic around this person. Yeah, they might have a very similar backstory to you actually. So if you chose pile number 1 and you were like, well, that's my energy. Well, it actually might be your energy, but then it could also be this new person's energy too, where you both have been through something kind of similar. Yeah. Okay, let's see. What else? Okay, they're frustrated with you because they feel like they're ready, even though they don't. What? I will be back. I want to get back together. I'm lost without you. You fuel my creativity. So, you know, you kind of give this person a juice in their engine. I don't know why I said it like that. Again, with the words. The words are weird in this pile. I feel like somebody here doesn't want to seem too forward or they don't want it to seem like sex is on their mind, but it is. Because everything I say, I'm like, was that sexual? Like, I don't know. Like, you give this person like a flood of energy, you know, like they just feel excited. They feel like they have that burst of energy. Like whenever they think about you, whenever they're around you, they really want things to kind of like move forward. They also feel like you're kind of not noticing them though. And you're very motivated for them, like even to get things going in their own life. Yeah. And this person, like part of their fantasizing is like they think about the person they could be, you know, for you and with you and all of that stuff. Okay. I feel like I'm searching for something here. Like, I don't know. I think this person wants to give you something as well. And they're like, what do you get her? Well, like flowers, a bread basket. What should I get her? This person, I get it. They don't want to come empty handed because I feel like I just have something in my hands right now and that nothing here is like good enough. And so I'm like, I don't know, what should I? And then I want to like spray my mouth with like something or like this person might be a fidgeter. They're like fidgeting and yeah, I'm like getting like laughy and giggly, but this person tries to kind of like keep it together. So, okay, let me just see. Yeah, they're hiding, they're watching, they're strategizing. They feel incredibly tempted by you. They want to talk to you. They pay attention to who you talk to, like your friends. For some of this is on the internet. Like they're watching like the conversations that you have like with your friends or something. They're feeling incredibly defensive though. Oh, they might think that there's a competitor around. And this might not be a competitor. This might actually just be a friend or somebody who's a teacher to you. But for some of you, maybe it is a competitor. I don't know. Whoever this is, I feel like this person has moxie. Like whoever it is that they're looking at and they're thinking. For some of you, it's like actually your brother. I just heard. I'm sorry. And your brother maybe is like fiery and very protective of you. It reminds me of like the scene in Hitch where Eva Mendes and Hitch finally comes to her apartment and is like doing the whole weird thing where he stands outside the door because he can't look her in the face. And that other guy's in her apartment, but it's her brother-in-law the whole time. But he rolls with it because he's protective of her. That's what it reminds me of. Like maybe you have a brother like that. That's like, or again, it's like friend or... They could have also heard something about like you being with someone else. And they're just trying to figure out the landscape is what I'm getting. Because this person also isn't backing down. Yeah, this is a very intuitive person here as well. Very intuitive. They could have gone to somebody about you too. They could have asked somebody. Yeah, they literally could have asked like a reader or something. Yeah. They're feeling some kind of way. They're feeling protective. They're feeling protective. Maybe they're feeling protective about like this other person. I don't think they like whoever's around you. Okay. Yeah, so they're thinking about that. Okay, so let me just get some messages. They want to roll the dice. They want to take a chance. Unfinished business. Okay, so it's not over. So I feel like for some of you, you could have met this person on a trip or traveling, whether it's like in and out. I just feel like two ships passing in the night, but you had a really strong connection here with this person. And in and out could be you were on a weekend trip. It could be maybe you had to relocate for like 2 months until like a project was done or something. It was like an extended period of time, but it was still in and out. You know what I mean? But this person feels like they have unfinished business with you. Oh, and for some of you, it's like this person has unfinished business with somebody else. Like maybe they're in a divorce or something and they're wrapping something up, but they're coming back for you. They just have, it's literally like paperwork and logistics. They're not like tied to this person. They might have, really wanted something to work out, but, and they could just be waiting. They're trying not to be disrespectful, this new person. So they're trying to wrap up that cycle before they text you, because this person plans on being single, like when they text you. Fully single and no baggage. They will really want to put their best foot forward with you. Okay. Okay, let's see. What are they thinking about? You are the one and only. This person is focused on you. Okay, but I feel like you have two people. Maybe a person from your past and somebody here from your present. This is definitely karma for the past person. Like, for not doing what they needed to do when they needed to do it. I feel like if you're resonating with that whole timeline, I'm really closing the door. I feel like that's you too, because I'm like, you had a pile, sir or madam. Like, please stay in that pile. Okay, you are the one and only. Like, this person is focused on you. They know that you are who and what it is that they want. I love you today, tomorrow, and always. I was just a fool for not admitting it earlier. Yeah, so there's something here where this person, like they should have said something. I feel like this person feels like they should have said something, or they should have made a move or asked you out, or there's something that bothers this person. They think about it quite a lot. They're up in their head about it. It's like a moment that they could have reached out and touched you and like pushed your hair out of your face, or like grabbed your hand, or like, oh, do you want to go grab a coffee real quick? There's just a place right down the road. Like, they just wish that there's something here like that, and you would know what this is. And they think about it. They just replay it all the time. Like, I just should have done something. I just should have but this person was like all up in their head about like, this new person was like trying to be respectful. They didn't know what you had going on, kind of a thing. I don't know. But they kicked themselves is what I'm hearing. They kicked themselves. I never expected to fall in love. I don't want to let you go. I miss being with you. Yeah, you really caught this person off guard. That's what I was getting with that tower energy. You really caught this person off guard. They were like, whoa. And all of a sudden, it was just like just like everything that they had ever wanted. It was just like, boom, like just right on there, just right there. And this person was like, my room isn't clean. My teeth isn't brushed. Like, this is like, this isn't over between us. I'm coming back. So this person is coming back. I feel like there's just an energy here of like, I just have to like, kick this shirt under the bed and like fluff, it's like, there's something here like that where it's like, I just have to do that. And then I'm going to get back. So I can't take being away from you any longer. This person really wants to be around you. They want to talk to you so bad. Is what I'm hearing. Like, they want to talk to you so bad. They want to be around you. They want to get in there. Even if there's this other person around who might be a friend, who might be a teacher, who might be a brother, like they want to get in there. This person like wants to get in there. They like you. You're theirs. They feel it. And they're just not going to, they don't want this opportunity. They want to get in there. But I feel like there could be distance here because, yeah. I fell in love the moment I saw you. The universe is fighting for our souls to be together. I love you so much, but I keep running from you. I don't understand why I do this. I hope the future will bring us together. That's that past person that we don't care about. This new person, though, I think you're very different from them. Or you come from literally a different place, or like a different culture, or you've changed their mind about something. Like, you have a way of looking at the world that they find deeply intriguing. And honestly, for some of you might not have even had very many conversations, but this person is just intrigued by you when they look at your social media, which again, they might not have even added you as a friend, but they can see like your first 4 photos or something. And it's like you standing outside of like a goat farm, or like you standing outside like a temple of some kind. This person's like, what am I looking at? Like, but they like you, and I don't know. Do they want to get in there? They definitely want to get in there. This person wants to get in there, for sure. And they think you can handle yourself in there. Do you know what I'm saying? Because this person sees you as being all the things. They see you as being deeply sexy, deeply sensual, strong, confident, you're self-assured, you know what you want, but at the same time, like you're emotional and you are homey. You feel like home to this person is what I'm getting, but also like you can hold your own. This person is like very mature and they're at a stage in their life where they understand that they don't like a doormat. I feel like this person isn't looking for somebody that they can control or that it like is a pushover. They genuinely want a partner, and like, because this person actually does, like, they're protective over you, but they understand that you would be protective over them too, like in your own ways. And like, they like that. That feels like you're invested to them. They don't think that you're being a bitch. They think you're being strong. And this is also a person who's like say that they do have a family, or like you do have kids together. Like, this person doesn't want their kids being unprotected when they're with you, like walking around, like, because you're just such a willow damsel. They like that you're gonna be like, no, back up. Like, they like that. They like that about you. So, yeah, they're really ready. This person is ready. It feels like life circumstances are somehow tying this new person down, but they really want to get in there. They want to pop that hood is what I'm hearing. So also for some of you, if you're having car trouble or something, this person can fix your car, or like wants to make sure you're straight, like wants to make sure that you're good, and all like the little practical ways too. I'm here. They worry about it. I'm hearing like they think about it. This is somebody, when they love you, it's like they are going to be like, you know, can I look at your car? Like, can I, you know, your car's making that funny sound. Like, they're very pragmatic and they're very practical in how they love you, you know? And there might have been something like that you mentioned or that they noticed and they didn't want to like overstep. Maybe that's it for some of you, that moment that they kind of replay and they were like, oh, I could have like had some more time to speak with them or something. But like, yeah, this is definitely somebody who is like good with their hands in more ways than one, wink. But they're just going to make sure that they take care of you and that, yeah. Okay. That's what I have for pile number 2. Yeah, I feel like you're very different. You also might be more chatty or more comfortable speaking in a social situation. Not that you like talk all the time, but this person is like much more like reserved, I think. They're bringing that spice. Wow, that was a good one. Congratulations, pile 2. Wow, I legit need car repairs. I love that there's an innuendo in every second line of this reading. That's what I was thinking too. Because I think too, this person thinks very sexually about you, but that's not all they think about you. And they don't want you to get the impression that that's all they think about you, but they definitely think that about you. You know what I mean? Okay. Moving on. Compassion, 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 compassion. You know, if you think about chanting, that's really what they were doing, like in their language. Compassion, compassion, compassion. So this spicy reading is starting to show itself. Yes, that we're going to do over on Patreon. Okay, let me just get another little drink. Okay. Let's move on. Let's move on. Okay. Sorry, I'm just gonna do this again. Oh yes, I need to put on my lip gloss. I usually put my lip gloss on between piles 2 and 3. I got a new lip gloss, by the way, if anybody cares. It's Maybelline. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. And it is the color Stone. One of my friends was using this, and I asked her what it was, and I like it, and it's affordable. Okay. I really like it. It makes me feel fancy because it's like in a substantial container, and I'm not trying to sell you lip gloss. I don't care what lip gloss you use. Catherine, thank you so much for the super chat. But yeah, and I've been looking for like a brown, like kind of nude color, and I found one, and it's called Stone. Okay. And it tastes kind of like vanilla-y or coconutty, and I like that. I like that taste. So, oh, it's the Fenty dupe. Somebody told me to get Fenty, and I was overwhelmed by that because it costs money. I like, until I find my colors, then I just want to use Maybelline or something like that. But yeah. Okay. Lip gloss is a hot topic in the coven. Lip gloss and food. Okay. Okay. She did the Maybelline commercial. Yeah, I did. My brain is where advertisement jingles and like stuff from the 90s like go to die.
No, that's where they go to live forever.
Yeah, Alex is like, welcome to my hell. Like, tell me why I say, okay, somebody here might like deal with cars because I always go like, auto parts, like after random stuff, like stuff that it does not even make sense because I have that like, O'Reilly auto parts. It's horrible. Anyways, okay. I'm just going to go back and forth between the 2 and 3 so you can see where pile 3 actually starts, honey love.
You don't have to do that.
But I did it for you.
Yeah, I know, but I can still track it. You don't have to do that kind of thing.
Okay. Well, I did anyway. Okay. Forget the filler. It's so good but pricey. Okay. So everybody, for those of you who are not who are watching this on the playback, everybody's listing their favorite advertisement jingles in the chat, and it's really funny. So that could be some kind of like connection here. Maybe this person's we're doing what are this person's hidden thoughts, and then we're talking about advertisement jingles. So this person might be the type of person that just has advertisement jingles, like that just goes like through their head, through their mind. Okay.
Oh my god, the Cars for Kids jingle.
Those jingles. Cars for Kids jingle.
That one is straight from hell.
Okay. All right. Pile number 3, Spirit. Whew. I'm still laughing about that. Pile number 3 has made me laugh like the last couple of readings too. So I think maybe this person's funny. I just heard easy breezy beautiful cover girl. Babe, please don't start this reading before now, like whenever you do the timestamp. Okay. Okay. Everybody's still going with the jingles. Okay, Spirit. It's time to be serious. Spirit. New energy for pile number 3. What are their hidden, secretive thoughts about our people here? Not about them specifically. Okay, let's see. I think I like this person. All right. Oh. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, okay. I'm going to tell you what I'm getting. I'm not sure if this is corresponding with pile number 3. You guys know how we have that like negative bad energy that like kind of sinks around. So I'm kind of getting a warning about that, where somebody here is like upset about, I'm going to give this as though it's the message, because maybe it is for some of you. Somebody here is like upset, like literally actually angry that like you're having a good time, that you are going through a gateway, that you seem to have like everything that you want. They're like really up in their head about it. Like this person, somebody here is like very fixated on you, and they're trying to like sneak up to like surprise you like in a message, and they're trying to like shoot down your strength, but also they see you as somebody who's very strong. This person wants like a war. They want to fight with you. This person does. Yeah, because actually they see you as perfection, and they see you as very like inventive, very wise. They see all the good things, but then tell me why this person has a nasty attitude about it. Hope and strategy. This person was trying to put you in some kind of bondage here, but you found your way out of it, and you found hope, and you found strength. You always overcome. Somebody here sees you as very resilient. Oh, that like, O'Reilly. Like, you know, like maybe you're a person who's like sing-songy or jingly, or like, I'm hearing whistle while you work, do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Like you have, like you always overcome. That's what I'm getting. Like you always overcome. So somebody here is very strategic. They're very bad, nasty. And they want you up in your head. They want to prevent some kind of transformation. They don't want you to feel equal to someone else here. And they've taken some kind of action, some kind of underhanded action in order to make you feel not equal. They want you to be in your head. They want you to be fearful, insecure. Under the guise of love, this person wants you to feel like you need them for some kind of like love or self-esteem here. This person's obsessed with power. This person's very strategic. This person has some kind of like overall vision. I actually feel like somehow you pulled this person's vision away from whatever it was that they were doing, because you started to individuate. You pulled away from somebody here. that feels like they have a sense of ownership over you. Who is this person? Shapeshifter, Cernanos. This is masculine energy coming through. This is like a masculine who feels like they have some kind of ownership, but this person is, they're excited by like your show of strength because they view it as like some kind of a challenge. But this is a person who just wants to wrangle you back in line, basically. But you're healing, and this person doesn't like it. They feel like you have no right. Like this is a person who feels like you have no right to. They don't want to see your divinity. This person doesn't want to see your alchemy. I just heard TikTok, it's time for justice. Also, the tides have turned on this person and they don't want to see that either. Yeah, they're having to discover like your worth and value. And I actually feel like Aphrodite is working with you here because Aphrodite is kind of not one to be messed with. And I kind of feel that like coming through here on your side of things. Oh, you know what? I got this like a while ago. It wasn't on a reading that I was doing, but that Aphrodite energy, that love energy, she was like, I'm sorry I got tricked. I'm sorry I got tricked. And then she was like really mad about something. So somebody could have tried to use that Aphrodite energy to make you think that they had the higher cup here. But really this person is like chaotic. Set tries to pretend like he's Osiris, the golden cup, that he can make everything like grow. But really he can make nothing grow. But you release this person. And now they're mad. I think you got mistreated. You get mad, you get strong, wipe your head, shake it off, then you stand. This person wants to go around again. And they want you to see them as like your, like the Lover's card is what I'm getting. Because in one of the decks I have the Lover's card is like 2 geese. Because geese mate for life. They're so cute. They really do. Well, I don't know. I saw a goose mourning the loss of its lover goose. And it was like genuinely heartbroken. And that's what I'm kind of thinking about. They want you to think that way about them so that you go around another cycle again. But really, it's just, see, this looks like a mechanism to me. Like the black, like wheel looking thing. It looks like some kind of machinery mechanism. They want to go around. They want to throw you out of the kingdom here. They want to blame you for something. For some of you, this is somebody who wants to compete with you over a position, over the crown. They want to compete with you over the crown. And this could be a person who's older than you, or they could be attached to a woman that is older than you. Like their mom, or a mother figure, or... Ew, but why did the pleasure card come out? Right after I said that. Yeah. This person has a lot of anger. They have a lot of anger, but I feel like they might... This person like tries to troll you or something, or they set little traps for you, but you don't care. Like, I just feel like you kind of don't care. You're healing, you bruise his ego because you had enough of his abuse. Like, that's literally what I'm getting. Somebody here is like very angry. And I just heard the word violent in my head. So for some of these people, they could be violent. They want you to think of them as this green man. They want you to think of them as like being abundant. I also do feel like there's somebody else here who sees this, like in the background. There's somebody here who's like a captive. So for some of you, this is like a mother figure, either yours or someone else's, or like this is like a work mom or like a house mom. You know, like fraternities and sororities will sometimes like have like a house mom that helps to clean up and make sure that everybody's eating regular meals. So even if it's not like a bio mom or, you know, somebody who's like an actual mother figure, I feel like somebody here takes on that kind of motherly role, but they do it as a way to control. So but this also could be your mom, or it could be this person's mom, or they could have gotten themselves involved with a karmic romantically who capitalize on some kind of mother wound that this person has, and they're really more like a mom than they are like this person's partner. And okay, but for some of you, this is a nasty masculine that's like violent and all the things that I described. For some of you, there's another masculine here. Okay, and for some of you, it's like this is the person doing the nasty is like this mother figure. And there's a masculine that is like, feels powerless, like sees what's going on and feels powerless, like knows that you're innocent, tries to stand up for you sometimes. But they're like a bit timid. They like to spend a lot of time in nature. They like, you know, but for others of you, yeah, this masculine wanted you to think that he was like that Osiris figure that has everything. Maybe he wanted you to save him or put his pieces back together or something. But really, he was just chaotic. This person could have... Somebody here has kids by like somebody not you. Maybe by multiple people. I kind of think that somebody here is like a little bit reckless just overall in their life. And they see you having a new beginning and getting away from them. That's like just the message. They want to go around again. So this is a classic like narcissist. This is somebody who's like trying to hoover you. He's abundant on BS for sure. Yeah. And like, because this person feels like this on the inside. Like this always reminds me of Gollum, like all hunched over, like my precious. Like they feel like you're their precious. They feel like you're their ring. But this isn't like, this is possessive. This is like, how dare you move away from me? This is like stoops to low levels of stuff here. If this is a man, this man is not very nice to women. Does not have a good history of being nice to women. They're curious. They're trying to make themselves seem like you, like on the same level as you, or like having gone through a same thing. They're trying to front like they're authentic. I think they try to front like they're this Apollo energy. This person, for some of you, could be a twin. Or maybe that's like the twinning. They could have two sides to them. So maybe for some of this person isn't altogether stable emotionally. You know your situation. For others of you, it's like, I don't know. But they feel like maybe they know they put you through the ringer is what I'm getting. They know they put you through the ringer in some capacity, but they see that you've emerged more powerful, stronger. How did you do that? I'm hearing, how did you do that? They're trying, this person's trying to like probe your depths. They're trying to get like the skinny on you. They're trying to get like the 411 so that they can get a key here. Yeah. And Garuda has like a specific mission that only like Garuda was supposed to do. So this person, they could be trying to mess with your destiny in some way. Either they want to like be you. They want to be seen in the same light that you're seen in because they like how people respond to you. Or they want to like, they feel very sexually towards you, but this person owes you an apology. Like a big one. Because they didn't support you. And they blocked you, potentially. For some of you, they blocked you off from some kind of, like, resource or home or stability. Because you're beautiful. Somebody here's jealous of you. So, who is jealous? Oh my gosh, there could be more than one person. Yeah, you show up here as beauty twice. Somebody could be jealous of like the way you look and your prosperity. There's jealousy here. Okay, and this person's they're a zealot of some kind. They're on some kind of quest. I'm like, so why won't this person just move on? Like, what is this person's issue? And it's like, I'm getting like zealot energy here. I'm also getting a type of little man syndrome. They see themselves not clearly. They see themselves as Joan of Arc. They see themselves as fighting for some kind of righteous cause. And they see themselves as protecting somebody here. This like, maybe it's a Poseidon type person or some kind of cash flow is what I'm getting. Some kind of status, some kind of flow. They see themselves as protecting some kind of flow, some kind of cash flow, status quo. But they're not doing that. Instead, this person is ending. They should be transforming. They should be ending something here. But they're clinging. Yeah, this could definitely have to do with money because, you know, Hades rules over the underworld. But Hades also moves. He has that invisibility helmet that he wears. So this person's trying to, I just heard shade you, but we ain't ever hating in the shade room. This person's trying to shade you, but they're also trying to maneuver around you unseen. But also Hades rules over like large amounts of wealth, other people's money, precious jewels. So for some of you, it's the crown. I keep getting that energy of like rivaling for the crown. They see themselves as the underdog. This person is a bully, but sees themselves as the underdog. Why do they see themselves as the underdog? They think you're what? This person. Okay. They either think that you're targeting them with something here, but you're not. You really could care less. Like you're just doing you, you're just being you. But this person thinks that you are, because this is like a narcissist, so they think everything's that revolves around them. And it doesn't. And I think actually it's weird because on the one hand, this is a person who talks out both sides of their face. Because on the one hand, they think everything revolves around them. But on the other hand, they think that you've moved away from them. And that you could care less. They have a problem that you've moved away from them and that you could care less about them. But then on the other hand, they're thinking that you're fixated on them to the point where everything that you're saying or doing, maybe to like a mutual friend or... See what I mean? Like, how can it be both? Make it make sense. But if that's not it, if they don't feel like it's because you're targeting them, then it's because you're protecting yourself from communication and you don't want to talk to this person. And that's what, yeah, they think that you destroyed the relationship and that makes them a victim because this person does not see you as having any kind of sovereignty or autonomy. They don't think you have the right to make these decisions in your own life. So it makes total sense to anyone who is sane and healthy and well-adjusted why you need to run, not walk away from a person like this. But to them, they feel like a victim. So this is a person who wants, and also this person plays mind games because this is the type of person who would lie on you to everybody and their mama. Look. There's some kind of hidden something or other here. This person is just hiding. They're just hiding. Let me see what else. There's somebody else here in the background and it feels like a masculine energy. And I picture like a son, like a little boy, but I don't think this person is a little boy. It's just they're a little boy on the inside. Because either they've gotten themselves involved with a karmic who reminds them of they're like playing out their mother issues, you know, like with somebody who's very domineering and they've basically like put this person in the corner and told them to shut up and they're going to do what they're told and whatever. Because this person, this like son figure has a conscience. Like they know what they're doing is wrong. And this person actually really likes you. And I do think they've tried to stand up for you here in some ways, which probably just pissed this other person off, if that's the dynamic. But because for some of you, it's like a mother and a son, and that's what I'm seeing. But that could just be energy signatures. Like these could be two men or like, because I think for some of you, there's a bully masculine. But it could be because he's got a split in his personality. And we've talked about that before. Like oftentimes with narcissists, there'll be the guru father. And then there's the little boy. And that's the split. So you could be dealing with that here. Yeah, this person betrayed you. Somebody here is like, and I don't know if it's two parts of the same, you would know this, right? If it's two parts of the same person or if there's more than one person involved here. But somebody here betrayed you and one of these people or like is trying to unbetray you. And offer you their heart or fix your heart or tell you that they love you. Somebody here could love you, but they're like under somebody else's thumb. And if it's one person here, one masculine, then you might have stayed. Okay, so if it's one masculine who has been horrible to you, you might have stayed longer than you would have because you intuitively sense that this person on some level does love you and that they're a victim to their own circumstances in some kind of way. But I think you would have had to stop making excuses for this person in order to like move away, because one part of them really does want to make right, but it's victim, rescue, or persecutor. On the one hand, they want to rescue you, but they also then end up victimizing you and they need you to rescue them. And they're the victim to your, but this is like anytime you stand up for yourself or just decide that you're not their property, then they're like, oh, they victimized me. No, no. So this person, there's, again, I'm hearing whistle while you work, do, 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 do. So this person might be trying, like, I almost get the sense that somebody's trying to distract me. Star. One. Yeah, this couldn't get any clearer because I feel like this is the King of Wands. So this is, I feel like you were made to do all the work, or like you were just underappreciated here in the past. This person could have been running around on you. And then somebody is like pointing to the star here, like, look, like somebody got away, or somebody's healing, somebody's elevating, or like, look, what's that? Like over there. And that's you. And you've elevated. I'm really getting that you've elevated, even though this person really put you through it. And now you potentially are calling for justice. For some of you, this is like you're going through a divorce with this person. There's some kind of legal proceedings, or like you're calling, this person's ridiculous. Yeah, and I'm hearing you now, like you're singing when from Mulan, when will my reflection show who I am inside? So there's something about involving with this person that you feel like they tried to obscure who you really are. And I am getting that. Because they treated you in a certain way. Yeah. This person betrayed you. There's no two ways about it. Ten of Swords. And they might have done it to move forward. Yeah. Some of these people might have betrayed you in order to somehow like elevate themselves in like status or to be cool. That could be anything from like being cool. They wanted, see this devil energy has got like puppeteer strings and stuff. So somebody like they betrayed you, and it could have been for a family. Ugh. Yeah. And I think I'm like, this is so weird because I think this person does love you. Like they think that you're their match. They think that you're their person. But it's just because they can use you in a way that suits them. This person wouldn't know what real love is. This person's done this to a lot of people. This person's hurt a lot of people. See how he's got to like walk across all the bones and stuff? Yeah. And they don't like that. I feel like this person's now having money problems, but they're blaming everybody but themselves. I'm hearing leave a good name behind you in case you seek to return. Well, this person doesn't leave a good name behind them. They do what they want. They try to control the situation. They abuse other people. And then they like to blame other people for when other people are like, I won't be treated that way. This person literally thinks that people should be treated that way and just tolerate it. And that this is also a person who doesn't understand that they don't listen. They don't listen because if you try to tell this person that you don't like the way that they're treating you, this is like somebody who will gaslight you or tell you that, oh, it's not that bad. And they are basically just denying your experience instead of listening to the fact that you don't like the way that they're treating you. And then saying like, oh, I understand that. And then like you guys figuring out what works for both of you. Like this person isn't capable of taking that route. And they don't understand that they're incapable of that. So then that causes the people that they deal with to take very extreme measures to get away from this person. You do have to go cold turkey with this person. You do have to take them to court because there is no talking with this person. This person also doesn't understand that because they're very capable of playing lip service in the moment. And they think because certain words flew out of their face and landed on your ears that they were, in the moment, they were maybe receptive to it. But then they never follow through with that plan. But they don't understand that they didn't follow through because it's really of no concern to them the way that they like treat other people. This is like a narcissist through and through. Brody, thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah. There's people here watching this person doing something. And they're up in their head about it. And it could be, I just heard people from all walks of life, but yeah, there's people who are around. So if you've wondered, like, why do these people tolerate this person? Like, are they the same as this person? I really think that there's people somehow around this person that know that this person is bad, okay, and that they're not okay. But they're up in their head because this person, they understand that this person's very cold or like very calculated, maybe very ruthless in some way. They know this person's very capable of low shit. So they act like everything's fine. But there is somebody here in the background that's seeing this, that's seeing something here. Somebody this person maybe works with or is with on a routine basis. And this person, Nikki, thank you so much for the super chat. This person might leave and get money somehow because of something here in the past. Yeah, they might leave and get money. There could be a child involved. It's almost like somebody here's, I don't know what's going on here. Somebody here sees what this person's doing that is not a part of their regular crew or something, but they have like some kind of insight into whatever's going on here. And it's like they have some kind of, they know another person who can actually rival this person. And they're going to take some kind of information to like this other person. That's probably not going to be for everybody. That's like such a random message, but, and it's going to change how things go here, but it's not going to come from anywhere. This is a very controlling person. Whoever you're asking about. And they control like who's around them, but there's somebody else around them that they didn't account for or can't see or can't control. Yeah. And this person might act like they're on side in some way, but they're secretive. They're watching, somebody here's watching this person. And I know that sounds like, that's not going to be for everybody. That sounds like so extreme. And for some of these, like these people are in very extreme circumstances for some of them. They're being, something here is coming to an end for this person. Like, because it's just justice. It's just justice. So most groups don't deal with their bullies. Yeah, it is hard. I think it's hard for us in modern times because we used to live very tribally. So it's like you knew every single person in that tribe probably, you know, like from the time that you were a child, and you know everybody else. So it's easier to come together as a group, you know, but like now our ways of dealing with bullies and stuff is like, well, I just have to leave that. And then I have to start completely over. And now I'm in a new environment where nobody knows me from Adam. And I have to kind of build up my character and like show up enough, you know, to where people can kind of trust me. But then if it's a work environment, I'm only there 8 hours a day. Thank God. You know what I mean? Like, not that I would want to be there more, but it's like, you know, how much can you really get to know somebody? So it's like our social fabric is kind of eroded. And so we have a harder time addressing like bullies and like those kinds of situations, you know? But yeah, something's ending. And if it hasn't ended yet, it's just about to, because somebody's like watching this person. And it could have had to do with that sun energy that was around, or somebody was, remember I was saying there's somebody very sympathetic to you and very sympathetic to like they saw that and they did tell somebody here, you know? And that could be like, if this is a mom and maybe it is their son and they're going to tell their dad, and maybe like their parents are split up. And if they tell their dad, like their dad has recourse to alert the court system or something that like she was doing this or that, or like, you know, just, that's just an example, but like there's something that's going to happen here. It's already been put in motion is what I'm getting. And it may well involve the legal system, or it's just a karmic rebalancing. However, that, you know, some kind of decision, some kind of relationship ending, there's some kind of karmic rebalancing that's going on here for this person. This person tries to like they try to control everything, but whatever house of cards that they've built, it's falling. So, okay. I'll just get a couple of these index cards, maybe some messages from this person, and then we'll move on to the general message. I'm so sorry for the way I treated you. I feel a connection to you that I can't explain. Oh, look, Libran dynamics versus Leo Aquarius. Interesting. You need to get the dynamics and the context right to understand. So what I meant by this card is, we've talked about this before, Libran dynamics. It's like where two people are on equal footing in some capacity. So there needs to be like an equal give and take in conversation or not. Leo Aquarius dynamics are different. There's a leader and there's a student, you know, and this even could be parent-child is what I'm getting here as well. So this person doesn't understand the dynamics of the situation. So they're thinking that they're not being treated fairly when they are being treated fairly, because they're incapable of putting themselves in the proper context to know how things should be flowing. So either somebody here needs to take the lead. Like if the truth of this is Leo Aquarius, somebody here needs to take the lead, and somebody needs to understand that somebody else is taking the lead, and that's how it's supposed to be, you know? Or if it's Libran, then somebody has been like maybe subjugating themselves. That's what I'm getting with that sun figure. Like, no, we both should be considered here. You know, or like whoever that is in the background, like, yeah. So the dynamics aren't right. Look, glamour spell, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God. That is, for some of these people, there's like some kind of legal thing going on here. But glamour spell for me is somebody hiding their existence, hiding like the truth of who they are. I have no idea what your feelings are for me, love crumbing. But this person, this is like what's so weird. Like they do feel a connection to you that they can't explain, and they're sorry for the way that they treated you. But then like, tell me why. Tell me why it ain't nothing but a heartbreak. Ain't nothing but a mistake. I want it that way. Yeah, I want it that way. Yeah, so for you, Spirit is saying, you know who you are, don't take the bait. Okay? Spirit wants to protect you in this because this is a toxic relationship. Spirit's telling you that you're currently in a toxic relationship with this person and they want to help you get away from it. Look, Spirit's saying, I want to shake up everything for you, but that's crazy. So something here might really need to get shaken up. So if you've been directed away from this person, that's for your own good because, yeah, this person's also virtue signaling, that virtue signal energy where it's like they just signal their virtues, but they don't actually follow through on their virtues, and you can tell. That's kind of a sign that you're dealing with maybe a narcissist, covert narcissist, or like a communal narcissist, something like that. Yeah, white knighting. I just saw it's safer to keep this all in my head. I just heard this person's gonna wish they kept a bunch of stuff in their head, like by the time all of this comes about, because I think this is the kind of person, arrogance makes you stupid, and this person strikes me as a very arrogant person where they just think they can get away with stuff, but really this person has left like there's like a lot here that proves what this person was doing. There's like a lot of paper trails. There's a lot that just kind of like is very, this person's not gonna be able to get out of whatever it is that they did. Oh, nice. Okay. Okay. I'll get some messages just so you might know like what this person, I feel bad too because there's a person in the background here who I think really likes you and really resonates with you and knows that you don't deserve what you have gone through here. And this person might have played a part in alerting a key person that something was going on that shouldn't have been. And they might have gotten yelled at for it or something. Yeah, you're a great friend. I think that's coming because we were talking about that other energy. And I'm so jealous. This other person's just jealous of you. That's it. It comes down to some kind of coveting. I think you're hot. Ew, gross. You've changed me. Don't forget about me. Yeah, this person's trying to commandeer a place in your life. Leaving that behind. Okay. Okay, yeah, and they're losing some kind of sleep. But I'm hearing you reap what you sow. This person has reaped what they've sown. And it's just a matter of time if it hasn't all come crashing down yet. I feel like this person's in for like a major shake-up call, a major tower moment. Constantly virtue signals. Yeah. Exposes your privacy in public. Oh my gosh. Ugh, I'm so sorry, Sarah. I feel like you can probably alert the authorities about that. We said 2 groups on that narc. Okay. All right. Moving along. Moving along. Okay. Compassion. Okay. And I'm just going to put a little bit of my hand lotion on. We're just going to take a little pamper break. All right. General messages. All right, Spirit, please clear the energy from everything here. Okay. Spirit, what do you want to talk about in the general messages? Okay, I'm getting something here. Spirit is saying you don't understand something yet. Spirit is trying to get you to understand something. Spirit's giving you some kind of messages here, but you don't know how to understand it yet. So it's almost like they're kind of maneuvering you in a certain way. Yeah, Spirit has a plan is what I'm getting, like with this Emperor energy, in order to kind of switch around the energies and stuff in your life. But it's like, Heather, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh. Wait, pause. Are you asking me, Heather, should you name your new cat Lilith or Salem? Alex, can you put that in the chat? Okay. So Catherine just said, I'm trying, Jess, like she's trying to understand like what Spirit's trying to say, but Spirit, it's coming across like like you're not expected to understand. Like this is all kind of just like a part of the process, and spirit is just kind of helping you through this transitionary period, but you don't understand the moves that spirit is trying to make necessarily in order to get you to this like new order, this new way of being in your life, in order to give you some kind of wish fulfillment. Because see, like I always notice the curtain behind her, so like there's certain things that are kind of like hidden, but I do feel like spirit is getting you towards some kind of success, and I even think that that has to do with some kind of like love relationships. I'm kind of getting the sense here, I'm going to cover the people in the devil card here, but spirit has needed to, like, with the page of wands, I usually kind of get that this is a sage stick. And I feel like spirit is trying to sage out this devil energy, like in your life. They're kind of trying to uproot it because it's been like blocking you, or it's like somehow affected decisions. It's something in the mind and it's in the heart space. So spirit is trying to get some kind of message to come across that's going to like change that. For some of you, now, when I say message, okay, I don't necessarily mean words. Some of you, this might be a trip somewhere. Yeah. Okay, and part of this is like, I feel like you've had to take this defensive stance. You've had to take this like in some way because, yeah, like people have been at you, or something here with like messages or something here. And it's kept you like rooted and stuck, and you needed to be in this energy here in the past. But it was... you had to protect yourself. That's just what I'm getting. Like you had to protect yourself here. You had to stand strong in your knowing. Okay. So this period of standing strong in your knowing, despite maybe somebody trying to come in and out of your life, somebody trying to start arguments with you, somebody trying to warp your mind. Okay. So again, like we get a lot of these messages about situations that are difficult because when you're dealing with like, you know, very selfish people or narcissistic people, I mean, look at the tactics that they deploy, right? They get flying monkeys that don't really know the whole side of the story, but then they take their side and they gaslight you. The narcissist gaslights you, but then like also other people here. So you had to stand strong in your knowing here, like in order to get like to some kind of wish fulfillment. Yeah. I'm hearing, there's a song by Angel Hayes, and I can't remember the name of the song, but it's like, money cannot buy all the love that's here tonight. It's with Sia. Oh, it's such a good song. I feel like you should listen to it, but it's like, I said it was my time now. I'm who everybody's clocking. But she talks about kind of going through a transitionary period. She says like, there's even a time it's like, I stopped believing in Jesus. I stopped believing in preachers. I stopped, I realized I was a teacher, not just one of the heathens. I'm born to destroy the fallacies. Stop creating believers. Start creating the leaders. Tell them who they should follow. Nobody but themselves, especially if they hollow. Especially when they empty and desperate search for forgiveness. You the only person alive who holds the key to your healing. So you take it and you run with it and keep going even when your sun's hidden. Because with time we spend in darkness, when the rain comes is when we often find the light soon as the pain's done. So just understand that. Okay, so there could have been a time in your life where you weren't moving. On the outside, it looked like you weren't moving. And you really were just being asked to stand your ground here. But everything was moving on the inside is what I'm getting. Because the time we spend in darkness when the rain comes is where we often find the light soon as the pain's done. And Spirit is wanting you to not, whatever you've been through, Spirit is saying, I don't want you to attribute your change, your transformation to anything outside of you. Because the time you spend in darkness is the time you're going to find the light. And it's all in you. Like nothing, Spirit, like something here about this is like, you can't attribute like anything other than to like your own strength. And like, you got to listen to yourself, right? Stop creating believers, start creating the leaders. Tell them who they should follow. Nobody but themselves, especially if they're hollow. Like you're learning something here about this. And that's what you learned. Like there's something here, and Spirit is like, you don't understand this yet. You don't understand how necessary this was. And I'm hearing rally, like they just needed you to like rally, like dig deep, like just know that you are strong and that you are capable and there is nothing goddamn wrong with you. That's what I just heard. There is nothing wrong with you. Like you could have had people at you, like, yeah, and there's something, okay, and this has to do, it wasn't Libran in the past. Like, I think that you were in situations where it's like you were the only person showing up in that Libran energy, wanting to have that give and take, you were the only person willing to like concede, willing to have the conversation. And somebody else here, it was just like, they just wanted to change your mind about things or like control the situation or funnel you. Like they wanted to control like the conversation. They wanted to control what was said or like what you were allowed to say or talk about. They wanted to, and then when, yeah, like you were in dynamics like this, whether you know it or not, because there's something here that like you didn't exactly see clearly, but you were spared from something here. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. And you don't understand this, but this is ushering in a new order, like in your life. Like the winds of change is what I'm hearing. And all this was very divinely guided. And it's teaching you a lot because we've got Gemini Sagittarius axis here, which is the teacher and the student. And so it was teaching you a lot through like your relationships, through that Gemini energy, which is conversations, people around you, kids, all of that was a part of like teaching you something. And it's ushering in this like beautiful new day kind of an energy. Yeah, I'm getting that you felt stuck, but you weren't stuck. You were stuck like in terms of location, and you were stuck like, but it was because the time we spend in darkness when the rain comes is when we often find the light soon as the pain's done. And the light is within you, and you needed to discover that just the way that you did, to have like this new day and to alchemize something here, and so that you can teach something here. Like there's a light that you bring into the world. Yeah, but you needed to realize for yourself that something here needed to change, and that you're the Empress. There's something here like the fields were barren, like in another place, and you needed to like know that, but they were also trying to spare you from something. Yeah. And you're going to get your justice. You're going to get your justice. I feel like there's something you couldn't speak on in the past, like just because you didn't have the words or you didn't have the standing to be able to advocate for yourself. But it's like, this is something that's beyond words. It's beyond conversation. Because again, you're very Libran. So you might be the type of person where it's like, you just kind of naturally feel like there's nothing that you can't talk through. There's nothing you can't work out. There's nothing that we can't but that only works if you have two Libran individuals who are willing to give and receive healthy, equal. Like that doesn't work when you're with somebody who just wants to change your mind or just wants to like cause a bunch of shit, like because they don't have the same goal as you, right? So some things are beyond words, and I feel like you're in a situation like that, this feels like a big cycle. So I'm seeing you emerge from this, and you just are the Empress, and it does the talking for you. And I think that's something that you are learning. Like there's a way that you can carry yourself. There's a certain energy that you embody. There's certain things that just come from you. It's like trusting yourself, because these people were trying to, or somebody in particular that you were in relationship, like this is Libran energy. So this is like certain individuals that you had some kind of Libran dynamic with, like a one-to-one like relationship. And they basically got you to doubt your intuition because they convinced you that you had to compromise in areas of your life where you should do no such thing, because your intuition was telling you what was right for you, and that was going to click you into your Empress energy. It was because you have great karmas and you're very skilled and you're very capable. And so that Empress energy, it's just like your abundance just naturally flows from you. But I feel like these people kind of were telling you to compromise yourself in certain ways that you aren't supposed to. And you needed to kind of understand that from the inside out. And part of that was just, oh, I get it. It's like they had to maneuver you away from somebody here. So if like a bunch of bullshit went on and you couldn't figure out like why it was happening, they needed to maneuver you away so that you could see your own, like you could experience it. And it's so that you could just be in your own energy is what I'm getting. Yeah. Like, and I'm picturing a terrarium, that's like completely sealed off. Like, so if you felt alone or isolated, that's why. It's because they needed you to know that the growth, the money, the stability, it all came from you. And not only did they need you to know that, they needed these other nasty people from your past to see that as well. To see that they don't actually know what's best. That they need to shush it. Because I think these people are like, in a way, they're con artists. In a way, it's like they just want to get people on side. They just want to convince everybody to go with their way. They don't have the wisdom to say like other people have their own sense of knowing about things that should be, So part of your justice is these people seeing exactly who and what it is that you are, and that you were right the whole time about yourself and about what you needed and why you needed it. And they're seeing the results of that. And they're like, wow, maybe I should shut my mouth sometimes and listen. Maybe she wasn't just, or maybe he wasn't just, trying to throw a spoke in the wheel. Maybe they were actually onto something. Maybe they were trying to advocate for themselves. And then it's supposed to, because somebody here, they're just out of balance in not letting people express the way that they need to. But like, and this is like corporate America too. So if this is like a work environment, so you're learning that about yourself. You're learning that every good thing that you have, your success, it came from you, baby. It came from you. There's just no denying it. They had to put you in a position like that. That's what your guides are saying. They had to maneuver you into an exact position. And in a way, that might have meant that they didn't give you a choice here because somebody ruined something and you know, it was almost like you couldn't choose to be with somebody that you wanted to be with or something because they were going to choke out your energy like a weed. Like a weed chokes out a flower. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so anything else? Yeah, you've got a lot of happiness coming in. Your ships are coming in. You've got a lot of good karmas that you don't have to like fight for. Like, I think you did because, okay, yeah, because you couldn't win in this past situation. You just couldn't. Nothing, some of you need to understand this. Nothing that you ever did or didn't do was ever going to be good enough for whatever situation that you were in. It just wasn't going to happen because that's not somebody from your past, and this could be multiple situations. I don't know exactly what this is talking about, whether it's a work environment, whether it's your family, whether it's a relationship that you were in, but somebody here liked to play a Libran game. Well, I just don't feel heard. Well, I just don't feel this, but they're miscategorizing those things because when they say, I just don't feel heard, you've more than heard this person. You just have a disagreement. They just don't, the only way that this person will concede that they feel heard is this is a person or a group where it's like, my boundary is that you get to have no boundaries. That's not Libran. But see how they can try to frame it in a Libran way? My boundary is you not having any boundaries. My boundary goes right across your face, you know? And you're like, what? My face is, that's for me. I should have you know what I'm saying? You were never going to win with these people because it was never about fairness. It was never about relationship. It was never about getting your mutual needs met. These people wanted to win. And in order for them to win, they had to put you in a certain self-doubt. They had to stoke your self-doubt, or they had to make you unbelievable, or they had to stoke like your fears or something. They had to put you in a defensive stance. And it was also this person or this group or whatever, or this corporation like could achieve its goals. Right? And they sacrificed you and your own empress qualities in order to be able to do that. But you had to learn how to stabilize. And so that put you in this 7 of Wands position where you had to defend your ground in some way and you're right to something. That's what I feel like. You're right to be you. You're right to something. You had to defend your right to something. But now Spirit wants you to know that, remember I said like they needed to get you away so that a new order could take place. And if and until you're fully away from this energy, and that means like breaking ties with those codependent aspects of self where it's like, I've twisted myself into this pretzel that you've asked me to, and yet still nothing's good enough for you. Like, and you have to come to that realization that, oh, this person just wants me tied up in a pretzel. And this little game of twist it or whatever, bop it, no, what twister, it's just going to go on forever. Like until I just realize the only thing to do is to say no. And then like, to fully break ties with that. Once that's the case, this new order, like things can actually start taking root. And that's the stage that you're headed into. So Spirit's saying, yes, like you've kind of learned how to defend yourself when it's necessary. They don't want you to stay in that like very defensive energy. Instead, you're going to be meeting soul family. I think, you know, this is a happy marriage card. You have a happy marriage coming in for you. Your ships are coming in. They are coming in. And this is like happy energy. And you don't have to be so like tensed up, trying to like protect everything. Because now these people, I think they're somehow getting a taste of their own medicine. Yes. And you got friends coming in here as well. And like a new beginning. There's like maybe travel. For some of you, it's like hiking. I just heard your friends are your sanctuary. That's sweet. But these people from your past also, like there's a karmic rebalance going on. So like if you feel like you were done some type of way by like whatever this was, these people are watching you succeed and they're getting their karma because they're kind of having to face that they were the problem because they always wanted to blame something on you because this person misapplies. They weaponize and misapply Libran energy. That's what these people from your past do. So you have this healthy Libran energy and I feel like you were in these people's lives because you express healthy Libran energy and you believe in Libran energy, but they didn't meet you there. They could have, and you could have taken a path together and, you know, that's how they could have learned their lessons. They opted out of that. And so Spirit like moved you away. But these people weaponize Libran energy. And I don't think that you're the type of person who ever even thought that Libran energy could be weaponized, or it's like whenever you see Libran energy, meaning like whenever somebody speaks the togetherness talk, whenever people are saying like, let's have a conversation, like let's sit down and hear one another. I think you take that as like a green light. You don't like, even if it's a yellow light, you're like, okay, cool. Like yellow to green. You view that as like a green flag, not realizing that people can weaponize that Libran talk. People can weaponize that Libran perspective, that Libran energy. And that's what happened to you in your past, because I just don't think you could fathom it. Like, you're like, yeah, that's what I've been trying to get you to say, is like, let's talk about it. Let's fully hear each other. And you get so excited that you're finally going to be healed and heard. But really, this is about you standing up for yourself. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. And while, even though you might have love for these people, because you're probably, a lot of you, you can be maybe, and this won't be for everybody, but some of you can be a bit of a bleeding heart, you'll always take the hit for people. And some of you have just been trained up really well that if you don't take the hit, you don't think that you're going to be loved. You think you're going to be kicked out. Well, if that's the case, let them kick you out then, because it's just a farce anyway. Yeah. You were anxious in the past, but now I feel like these people are anxious. Whoever did that. So Spirit is just wanting you to understand and kind of piece all of this together, that yes, like there's something about this that you had to go through an experience without fully understanding what was going on. Okay. In order for you to have actual experiential knowledge of who you are and what it is that you could do on your own and without these people, and what happens when you clear these kinds of people out of your life. They knew that you could never know that unless you just experience it. So they had to like put you in a position where you could just see that very clearly, that these people are actually holding you back in some way, and they were throwing you off of your own intuition. They were muddling up your own inner guidance system. They needed that. And now you're at the stage where Spirit is trying to take a sage stick to everything that you experienced, to release everything that you were hanging on to, like those devil attachment, karmic ties. So you're going through a phase now where cord cutting is like very vital, but also this is why this is probably coming up in a lot of your readings, like not just with me, but like with other people, or like in your own intuition, in your own practices. You're starting to have like a lot of realizations. You're actually piecing things together. This is Isis energy that you're in, right? And Isis, they cut up Osiris, right? And she goes and she puts the puzzle together. Oh, so you needed to not know what was going on so that you could have this experiential knowing. Then you had to go back. Now you're putting the pieces together so you really fully get it. Oh, okay. That's what was going on. That. So they're almost having you like do the puzzle in reverse. And it's some of you, I'm literally hearing it's because you're smarties. You're like smarty pants. You're too smart for your own good. And that logical mind will get out in front of you every time. And they needed to put you, I'm just seeing you go backwards through the maze. They almost like, they need you to go butt first, because then you don't have your eyes and you're very attentive. Yeah, you're too smart for your own good. So they needed to do it this way. So you're piecing this together, and they just need to know that that's the stage of your journey that you're going through now, where you're kind of piecing everything together. And when you kind of complete that puzzle and you can see everything for what it is, then that winds of change is really going to blow out the last of that like kerfuffle in your psyche, in your auric field. And that's when truly this new energy can take root, and not a moment before, because they don't want it tainted by anything. You know what I mean? Like of those old kind of patterns. They need to make sure that you're fully clear of that like old patterning. And I'm talking about the parts of you that played into that, victim, rescuer, persecutor thing, right? Like that got sucked into that, like how people like, yeah. Seeing how that wasn't the highest way. Because again, I think this is a group that puts like that, it's like the Libran energy is the highest way. And it is often. But there's no one energy in the zodiac that's always the answer to every problem. And you have to be willing to switch, is what I'm getting. Especially to that Aries energy. Some of you might have like really talked down on Aries energy in the past, or you were brainwashed into thinking that every time that you just stood in your own self-sovereignty, that you were being selfish. You were said that like it was selfish people who were, this is how it always goes. They were projecting out their own selfishness. Just because you had enough gumption to just say, no, this isn't right for me. But you were taught that was selfish. So I think it made you afraid of Aries energy, or even of like the fire signs is what I'm getting. Like for some of you, this really impacted like Leo energy. It made you doubt yourself, and some of you are meant to be visible in some way, or to take a leadership role in a company or in your family or in your life, or you're just natural born leaders. But it had you feeling timid because you've always felt like you got things wrong, because this like group of Krabby Patties were like trying to hold you down in the past. But it's weird. Yeah. I'm also hearing like, what happens when like literally everyone else is wrong? Because we're always taught like if everyone's kind of like agreeing that you're in the wrong, like you're probably in the wrong. And that is true. You're probably in the wrong. But this is a situation where it's like, what if like you're the only sane person like in this, like what happens then? What happens then is like you're learning some kind of karmic lesson of standing up for yourself or like leadership. And you have to advocate for yourself and just move away. You don't have to convince anybody. That's not what leadership is about. I think some of these people think that's what leadership is about, is trying to convince people. That's either how they wrangle or commandeer their own leadership or their own importance. They manufacture it by coercion, by persuasion, by advertisement, you know? But you are not supposed to get in there and play tit for tat and try to like wrestle the narrative away from them. Just move away, because who you are can then just naturally shine through. That's this Empress energy that they were saying. Just who you are will just, when you get around a healthy group of people, who you are will just naturally shine through. And it will naturally cast a light back on whoever these people are. So you're not to worry about that, like in a sense. I kind of, Catherine said, are we going to have a test on this lesson? I kind of feel like you're through it, to be honest. I think you're through the worst of it. And it's more like, it's almost like, weirdly enough, it's almost like you took the test, but like without having the lesson, so that you could experience something, and then Spirit gave you the lesson. Because you're too smart for your own good. You wouldn't experience it the way that they needed you to experience it so that you could know it for sure. I don't know if that makes sense. Oh, thanks. Yeah, don't be selfish, right? But Aries Rainbow Child, I love that name. She said, don't be selfish. I heard that a lot. And I would say, like, with this group of people, like anytime you catch yourself saying like, oh, this is selfish, or I have no right to do that, always question that voice, because I just think it was used against you, and that you kind of might have to go through and manually make sure everything's in the right category of what is selfish and what is just you being a human being and like standing up for yourself in the way that you're like supposed to. Yeah, you dodged a bullet, and hindsight is 2020. Yeah, Hermit. Now I can see clearly now, the rain has gone, or the snow in this case, but yeah. Look, and he's like looking over at these people and he's like, yeah. And maybe you do feel naive, but you were naive. For some of you were a literal child, okay? Some of you were an actual literal child, or you were young in the game and somebody sought to use that against you. Yeah, tower moment. Some of you, you're going to have a tower moment in realizing that somebody was intentionally and on purpose sneaky, deceptive, disrespecting you, cheating, bossing. Yeah, it might bring a tower moment. Yeah, I think it's a hard look at humanity. That, yeah, there's actually a lot of people in the world. I'm not saying the majority of people, but there's a significant amount of people in the world who either generally are this way, or they're go through phases of their life where they're just horrible to people. Yeah, like, yeah. Yeah, and that's what's actually going to connect you to your new beginning. So for some of you, if you've been stumbling around in the dark and you're like, I don't know where my new beginning is, it's because there's something about somebody here from your past that you're refusing to admit to yourself. And you need to admit it so that you have the proper perspective. It's like you take the rose-tinted glasses off, and then you're like, oh, there's my new beginning right there. You couldn't see it with the rose-tinted glasses on, you know? So, and it's not that Spirit's trying to hold you back. It's just because you have the glasses on, you can't see it, you know, like, and it's maybe because you're trying to hold on to something, or you were in the past, of somebody who really just was very selfish. And like, really, they didn't have a plan either. Like, selfishness doesn't need a plan. It's very impulsive. I want this at this certain time. Some of you, it's like, it's not any more complicated than that. Like, especially if this is like a player energy, some of you need to admit that somebody was a player, like to yourself here. Like, I'm hearing played me for a fool. Or like intentionally try to keep you in the dark. They led you on. They led you to believe that you were jumping into some kind of like new beginning. But really, this person was just being selfish about like breaking your heart here. Some of them could have been in a long-term relationship already and hidden that from you. And they break that person's heart too. But Spirit is about to like, I'm seeing Spirit like thump this person on the head. What's that, like little bunny foo-foo walking through the forest, snapping up some field mice and bumping them on the head. Like, I don't know if that's all the songs that have come through here in the last, but like, yeah, like I'm seeing spirit like whack this person and be like, stop that. And then it's bringing a tower moment in because I'm seeing them get bopped on the head. So it's almost like spirit is like bopping some kind of realization into this person, and then they have to cope. Then this person has to come to terms with everything that they did to you. And they're going to feel bad about it. This person, they didn't in the past. They thought they had every right to. They wanted to talk the relationship talk, or yeah. And Spirit's going to make you the victor here. And for some of you, you're working with Kali, or Kali just really takes a liking to you is what I'm getting. Look, somebody was trying to sneak around and Kali grabbed that person, little bunny foo-foo, and stood over them. And that links back in with everything that I just said here in the general message of, yeah, and it's so you could be independent and start building something here on your own, and you're purifying something and you're ending a karmic cycle. Good for you. Yay. Yay. I love it when we end on a happy note. That is that. And then look, I just saw this. You know who you are. Don't take the bait. You know who you are now. Like now, I just feel like now when somebody tries to play some kind of game with you, you're just like, okay, yeah. Like you know who you are, and nobody can ever take that away from you. And that's what Spirit wanted for you the whole time. The whole time is for you to know exactly who you are and to not be convinced otherwise. Even against like all odds, even against peer pressure. I'm seeing that 8 of Wands. So like, yeah, again, people could have ganged up on you. But again, these are low people that all have the same thing in common, which is that they can't face themselves and that they're insecure. And so they're all falling prey to their own ego defense mechanisms, essentially delusions and lies, right? And so you could have just been overpowered in the sense that there was 10 of those kind of people around you at one point. Bright light living in the shade. Your cold heart makes my spirit shake. Ella Henderson, ghost. I keep going to the river to pray because I need something that'll wash out the pain. And at most, I'm sleeping all these demons away, but your ghost, the ghost of you, it keeps me awake. My friends had you figured out. Yeah, they saw what's inside of you. You tried hiding another you, but your evil was coming through. Those eyes sitting on the wall, they watch every move I make. Yeah. Your cold heart makes my spirit shake. Yeah, I think that there's somebody here that you need to look at plainly and be like, ew, and no thanks. Yay. Okay. Never knew an innocent Bumble installation would lead me through this shithole. Literally all of us coming to this planet at all. I'm kidding. I'm joking. Although I've been watching Sloan Bella. Okay, like we're moving on from the reading. I just want to like say this part. First of all, whenever I mention people on here, I just want you guys to know, and I'm sure a lot of you do know this, but just in case it needs to be said, there is not a single human being, including like my husband here, that I agree with every single thing that they said. And I've started to notice this because like sometimes I'll share a video or something, and then I get like deeper into that person's channel or something, and I'm like, ugh, like I really hope that people don't think I agree with every single thing this person says. But anyways, I have been watching Sloan Bella, and I actually really do like her quite a bit. Like she's the one that got very popular with the Diddy stuff. Like she predicted that. That's how it got recommended on my feed. And it was crazy. Like she was so spot on, like with the timing of everything. And I've watched a few of her readings at one point, but she said something interesting that I've been thinking about, because she said something like, we can get tricked into coming here. Like there's a lot of reasons to come here, like to the earth planet, you know, like obviously we have karmas and, you know, like certain things, but she says sometimes like people get tricked into coming here. And I was like, I can so see that being me. Like, I don't like really have a feeling whether or not I was like tricked into coming here or not, but like, I can just so see me being like, okay, yeah, that sounds fun. And then I'm like, what did I do? Yeah. Oh, thanks guys. Yeah. Nice. All right. Cool. Thanks, Spirit, for the lessons. Yes. All right. Kalima. Indeed. And you know, like that's the other thing. They always say the feminine is dual. So you have like the Parvati energy, which is to me what I think we think of when we think about that Empress energy, right? We only think about the Parvati side of it, which is, you know, or like Lakshmi, you know, like abundance and perfumes and plants and like, you know, all the good things. But really that's like that earthy energy, and everything here cycles. And like we don't have a springtime unless we go through winter. Like literally it kills off all the like diseases and stuff that would sweep through the fields otherwise, you know, and it restarts everything. It resets everything so that the same cycle can kind of play out again. And I don't know why I'm called to say this to you, but it's like, I came to the conclusion as well that it's like, I don't think life will make sense to you unless you understand that it's supposed to be experiential. Like the cycle kind of resets, you know, and we kind of go through this like certain experience and we let things play out a certain way. And that puts us in certain situations and in contact with certain people. And it's just about that gnosis. It's about that knowing. It's about that experience. Like life to me is about experiences. And I think especially in the West, like we think it's about control or we think it's about trying to get like certain outcomes or something, but really is just about like an experience kind of a thing. So, okay. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Oh yeah, but I brought that up because of Kali. Because Kali is that death energy and she's a feminine goddess. Like, you know, we all have to protect ourselves. Yeah. Kali is the OG baddie, seriously. Oh, thank you. You're welcome. All right. 1:11 on my clock. Nice. All right. You're welcome. Okay. Well, I am planting some lettuce after this. So I'm going to go plant my lettuce. Thank you guys for showing up, for being a part of this crew. And I hope nobody got tricked into coming here. And I hope that you have a good week. And we have a Patreon reading coming out tomorrow. And other than that, I'll see you guys on Friday. Oh, really quickly, let me just read my notes over here. So this month, which is April, this is the last month that all the candles that we sell on Nine Woods are going to be on sale because we've just kept them on continuous sale basically since like they came out. So this is the last month that all the candles are all going to be on sale always. So that's going to end at the end of April. So if you have one in mind that you want, it's a good time to get them if you just want to make sure that you can get it. But we're still going to put some of them on sale. It's just going to be like one at a time, that kind of thing. With that being said, the black vessels, we are discontinuing these, black vessels. These are my favorite ones. But it's very clear that we've got a front runner favorite with the white vessels. So we're going to run with that in the future, but these are on extra sale. Any of the ones that we sell, like the Master, the Heal, the Reveal, all that, in the black containers, they're an extra 10% off. So if you guys want these, get them now. And okay, so we're also, I think I mentioned this before, but we're creating a new line of scented candles, and we're going to be releasing those like slowly over time. So keep your eye out for that. And basically the scented, I'm not going to give you guys like the whole spiel because a lot of you already know, but like the whole thing behind our candles is that we really use all the cleanest stuff on the market, including the wax, which you might notice that sometimes the wax looks like it's not like perfectly up against like the container, and that's because there's no additives to the wax to make it do that, right? So it's like very clean wax. The scents that we use are the cleanest scents on the market. They are all in cohesion with California Prop 65, which has like tons and tons of ingredients that are, you know, potentially harmful, carcinogenic. Some people think that's like a bit, you know, overkill, but everything is in alignment with that. So these really are like the cleanest kinds of candles that you can get. And like in terms of all the things that we use, and then I've gone into this before, like we use these wood wicks, bringing in that cross symbolism of like as above, so below, and like meeting with the earth plane. We dust the top of all of our everyday magic candles with dragon's blood, which is a resin. It's from Asia, but it's been used in rituals forever to like enhance whatever it is that you have going through. And then we also use like blessing oils that are like specially crafted in the wax for each one of those intentions and purposes that we sell for these, like the Reveal, the Heal, the Master, all of that has its own like little batch. But it's this way so that it's not like, this is still something that's very classy that you can keep in your home. That's like the whole thing behind Nine Woods, because I really like a good ritual candle, but a lot of times it'll be like bright blue and I just want to have it on my dining room table. And I also don't want all of my neighbors to know that like, you know, I'm trying to manifest something or like, you know what I mean? It's like, I just like not having to think about it. And it's something classy and it's clean and you can trust like what's in like your space and in your environment. A lot of thought and intentions go into this. And of course we have our rituals that we like put over these as well. And it's just, I don't know. I think it's a classy like frosted container here too. Now the scented candles, we're still using like the clean wax and the scents. As a lot of you know, scent is one of the most powerful senses that we have. And I've always maintained this, like these candles here, like they're for intention setting, right? But you never forget, like you are the power in this, like you're the sentient being, like you really are, right? But every witch kind of like has her tools and things that she resonates with to help ground that intention into her space, into reality. And just things that like you like to work with and things that kind of keep a base level of intentionality like in your space. I'm a huge believer that we should really fill our own auric field with our intentions, our own intentions. Otherwise, I think life and culture and society and media and everything else, they're going to fill it for you. And you want to be a contender in your own space. You want to be a contender in your own life. So this is why the practice of saying certain affirmations and intentions, whether that's a spell or whether that's a chant or whether that's, again, just stating like an intention or an affirmation, I think it's so powerful because it fills your auric field. Where if you say it into your candle and then like you're lighting your candle, and we've done our own intention setting process, with each one of these candles that we sell for their specific purpose. And then you've got that going into your space, that's bolstering your own intention in your own space. So it's just, for me, it's nice to have certain things going on in the background. That's not just you constantly saying affirmations, but you're kind of infusing certain things with your own intentionality, whether it's a crystal, whether it's a candle, whatever. So if you're interested in that, we have everyday magic candles. They're really high quality. I love them. I have them everywhere in my house. But then pairing that with the scented candle, I think is equally as powerful because it taps into that scent part of the brain. And our scented line, like the candles that we're making, like we really tried to tap into certain like snapshots of time, like certain like experiences and things, so that you can potentially pair a ritual candle with a scented candle just to have like, I don't know, a more like powerful experience. Or, I'm just a girl that likes scented candles and I just want something that's classy and clean and that I like and that I can potentially like pair up with like an intentional purpose. So we've got those coming out here soon as well. So neuroscience says if you have a scent while you sleep, it keeps your brain active and healthy. We have the best one for sleep too. Like I'm not going to give too much away. Like that's one of my favorite scents, like what we've crafted for that. Yeah. I don't know why there's not a flying witch emoji, but YouTube needs to get it. Oh, thank you. Nicole just said she appreciates the thought we put into the candles. Yeah. I'm still going to make the black glass like for myself. And, we are going to have like special edition kind of candles, and we're definitely using the black glass for those because I know that black is like a very strong color, but man, I feel like whenever I've seen black used in decorating, it really elevates a space. Like it depends on the kind of sunlight you get in the room and everything. But like, if you've just seen like a black accent wall or like, again, like a black candle, like, I don't know, there's something about it that I just think is like very, very elegant, very classy. And that's like, I don't know. That's why I really like this. But if you like the black glass too, you can go ahead and get this, but we're definitely going to be using these for special edition candles for sure, because they are classic in my opinion, and they're so sleek and sexy. And I'm also excited to show you guys the vessels that we're using for the scented candles, because we're using different ones. But I kind of was trying to channel like divine feminine energy, like what that embodied to me. And I think they're so classy and really cute. And I don't know. I'm a girl who likes her candles. So yes, black glass doors everywhere, very black inside. Yeah. Do you guys watch Lone Fox on YouTube? He does like a lot of interior design. I feel like I sound like an idiot right now because everybody probably knows who Lone Fox is, but he uses a lot of like very bold colors. I think they call them tonal colors, because I was learning this too. It's like a tint is a color that has white mixed into it, and a tone is a color that has black mixed into it, and then something else is a color that has gray mixed into it. And that tends to have like a calming effect. But I think he uses like a lot of tonal colors that's like very earthy and warm, and like, I don't know, I really like that. I think it's very, very classy. Yeah, very sophisticated. Yeah, they'll definitely still be around. And we're going to be keeping the black vessel in Protect because that's also one of our top sellers. Everybody loves the black Protect candle. That one will still be around. But they're on extra sale right now. So if you do like the black Protect candles, because a lot of people like them, they do sell out. They are not going away, but they are also heavily discounted at the current time. So if you want to get a couple just while they're on the discounted rate. So come for the guidance, stay for the knowledge. Yes. All right. I think that's all I have. And thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting me. Bye, George. All right. Bye, guys.